All right, bang. Today is Monday. It's August 14th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports Snake Draft Monday. We have two guests on Zoom. One you see all the time. It's Clem, of course. And one you don't see all the time because he always tells me he's busy, but he's not busy now. Trent, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I really started to feel bad about our text conversations because you've asked me probably 7 times to come on and do a draft, and we're just traveling so much. It was the busy part of our summer or whenever you were hitting me up, and every time I had to think of a way to be like, I just can't, man. And I thought you were going to stop asking at some point because I said no so many times that I just felt really bad. So I'm very happy to be here.
Well, yeah, that's what I tell people.
He thinks you're a diva.
Oh, you should have heard how he was talking about you over the last 6-8 months.
I had to fight for
Trent,
you to get the invite for you.
Don't listen to these two idiots. Don't listen to them, please. There's a couple people like you, Trent. Same with Caleb. Caleb, I'm okay. I know you're busy, but I'm just going to keep shooting. Just don't, if you got to send my shot into the stands, it's all right. I don't mind. But I'll keep asking, And
I appreciate your resilience with me because I do love doing the show, and I'm very, like I said, I'm very excited to be here.
And on the other hand, Clem has never said no.
Clem's like the fourth chair.
Yeah.
I literally have had my kid crawling on top of me when he was home from school, and I'm still I'm going on the dog walk, but I don't care if you have 104 fever. I got to hang with the fellas for an hour.
Clem he's the ultimate warrior gift when it comes to this show. He runs out of the tunnel, always prepared. No fucking chance. Which is great. That's why he's one of the Clash of the Titans.
Yep.
He's part two of the part 1, part 2 of the Titans. So, welcome.
I'm
back.
putting this on my resume as this is part of my Barstool duties. The unofficial I'm the fourth and a half guest, member of the dog walk. I consider myself.
Exactly.
So, I'm gonna throw that on my end of the year review with Dave, and I'll tell you. I never know who the guest is going to be, and I see Sweet Tea. My heart started fluttering because it's so hard to get FaceTime with this guy now. He's golfing. He's a fucking Bachelor star. He's all over the goddamn place. And I just like to get 10 minutes. I don't go to New York all that often, but when I do and he's in, it's I just get an hour with him. So I was so happy. It's a great category. I know we're going to have a great time. I've always brought up the road trip one draft you guys had with Trent. That was one of my favorite drafts of all time. So the text with Trent, me and Robbie started a group text where it's just me, Robbie, and Trent, and it would just be me and Robbie saying stuff to Trent, and he would never respond. He's just not a texter. He's on the record of saying that. And I said to him on text message this weekend, I said, Trent, we were just watch Boogie Nights. I said, Trent, you remind me of John C. Reilly. And he's like, oh, that's really nice. Explain. And we just both said how John C. Reilly's a funny guy. He can do it serious. If you do it as it does in the background, he's a star. He's just someone I always like seeing. And we were just showering this guy with praise. So, Eddie, if you want Trent to do stuff, just basically suck his dick on text message.
No, I said to you guys, that made me very uncomfortable. I was like, this is one of the more uncomfortable text chains that I've ever been in. Just too many compliments. You guys were being so nice that I had to stop answering because I felt so uncomfortable.
Guess up your boys. You got to gas up your boys. I love these guys, too. That's why I always gas them up whenever I see them. I love these guys.
Got to do it. And listen, you saw the title of the show if you're listening. This draft, and I said this to everyone, is one of those that people are going to be like, how the fuck have you done 170 some of these?
I couldn't believe it
either. Maybe it's not 100, whatever, 100 plus of these.
Something like that.
How do you, how have you never done this? And I don't know how we've never done this.
Stunning.
Yeah, it is. We did a variation. We did a build your own meal, an entree, a side, a dessert, a drink, but we've never done it straight up. So this is a great one that I'm happy that's still on the table 4 years later.
I remember I got slandered in that draft too.
Yeah,
I think I took coffee, and you guys were like, "Oh, you coffee? What are you, a psychopath? Oh, gross, Chief, coffee."
Some point,
what a weirdo.
Some point, it's the player, not the play, right?
I'm letting you guys know right now. If Chief drafts Mrs. Greens or some vegan fucking fast food, I'm bailing. So have an extra place. Have a relief pitcher in my place in case that happens.
All right. Shout out Mr. Portnoy won last week. Very happy for the man.
Yeah. Did you just take yourself out?
Yeah, I put my hand up and I said,
all right.
What was the final percent? I
lead from the front.
I think he beat me by 50. Well, I voted for myself in real time, so you're leading from the third spot.
Who knows?
Because Feidelberg voted for himself too.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
My wife came home from listening. She went on a quick walk, and she came home. She was like, I listened to the first 20 minutes of the dog walk on the way back, and she had tears in her eyes. She's like, the draft hasn't even started yet, but just hearing Mr. Portnoy, I think it was the first time she's ever heard him, and she's like, he lived up to everything Eddie said about him. It's remarkable.
He's like the funniest person on planet Earth.
He really is.
He's unbelievable.
He really is, dude. He really is.
I DM'd that company about why his atomic clock didn't work and didn't get a reply.
Someone hit me up and they reached out. They want to try to fix it. So
from the
yes,
atomic clock,
yes.
lacrosse atomic clocks.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we're gonna
get that fixed for him.
Yeah, we're gonna get it fixed.
All right.
I agree. Some distinctions here. Well, let's do order first. Then we'll get into some distinctions. All right. Harry has 1 through 5 behind his back. Trent, what number do you think it is?
4.
No.
Clem.
2.
Yes.
Wow.
Fuck. There's a tier, and it's 5 in my fucking tier, and I don't want to miss 2 of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fuck it, I'm going 1.
Wow.
Chief, 1 through 4.
1.
Yes.
I'll go third.
Dave, 1 through 3.
3.
No.
2.
Yes.
I'll go 2. Trent, 1 or 2.
2.
Yes.
4 or 5, Trent.
I'm gonna go 4.
All right.
Whoa.
Which sucks, Dave. That puts you in the 5 spot. Before we really get cooking here, I do want to talk about our friends at RHOBACK. Dave's got the hat on right now. Look at that beautiful dog logo. RHOBACK Activewear. You guys know we all love RHOBACK here. They got the performance hoodies, the polos. They're simply the best fit, best feel, just all around the best.
I don't need an ad read for this. I wear RHOBACK almost constantly. It's my favorite apparel. The joggers. It's not really jogger season per se.
Almost, though. Before you know it.
Yeah.
It's very close, yeah.
They're my favorite things in my wardrobe. That and the RHOBACK hoodie. I mean, the RHOBACK hoodie, I've said it 1,000 times. If you walk into Barstool HQ New York, prior to the mass migration, you'd see like half the employees wearing it. It's so fucking comfortable. It's my favorite thing in my winter apparel. Then the shorts, t-shirts, all great.
Yeah, they're great stuff. They also got the performance Q-zips. Very soft for a night out, an early morning walk. Quick round of the course, especially it's getting into fall golf season. So grab
Get your
one of those.
fall wardrobe now.
Yeah.
With RHOBACK.
Yeah, because and this is a place to do it. I'm getting excited about that little chill in the air. You're wearing joggers. You're wearing the quarter zip. That's my peak wardrobe
Prime
season.
RHOBACK season.
Yeah.
It is. So use code DOG on RHOBACK.com for 20% off. All new customers through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK. That's 20% off.
That's a nice little score right there for you
All
guys.
hoodies, joggers, and polos with code DOG. They do pull it at the end of the week, so act fast. Act fast. Dog, RHOBACK.com. All right. Qualifiers. I said 100-plus locations. Everyone knows that. I think that's pretty easy to understand. I think we did the same thing with the sit-down one with Jeff D'Lo. Other qualifier, I don't know. It gets a little hairy. I think I was talking to Clem about this. If you're sitting down, you're ordering to someone, that shouldn't count, obviously. Like if you're giving someone an order, sitting down and there's a waiter or a waitress,
Okay.
should not count.
You order at the counter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You order at the counter, but I don't. This is going to be hard.
There's going to be a couple gray areas, but some are.
I think we should argue about it as we go.
Yeah.
In general, as a general rule of thumb.
Do you have? What were you going to say, Trent?
Well, no, I want to argue about it as we go because I know it's going to come up.
All right. If you could get it fast.
I wish we had decided on this before the goddamn draft because I would have chosen a different pick if certain things. I wanted my number 1. If this thing gets outlawed, I'm going to be fucking sad and mad. And a lot of other words that rhyme with Ed.
All right, Clem, lead us off. What is this tier 1?
Okay, so there's basically out of all the foods on this list, and there's plenty of great ones here. There's one that I think is just it's almost like an auto order anytime I'm out at this point. It's not too heavy. It's a little heavy. It's basic, but it hits so many fucking spots, and it's just so it's Chipotle. I fucking love Chipotle.
Wow.
And yeah.
Why would that be outlawed?
Is this a shocker?
All right.
Yes, it's a shocker.
It's a stunner.
This is one.
Really?
If I was planning on taking it third, and I was planning on getting a barrage of insults from these guys, so I'm interested to see if you get it from them. Go ahead. Why is it so stunning?
It's not an insult. I think Chipotle's good. I think it's a good pick. But from Clem, it was just not what I expected. I didn't expect, out of all the places, you go down one of those suburban strips where they have everything in the world, I just did not see the Clem report pulling that. What car do you drive?
We'll say the Toyota Sienna, the minivan here, just to really.
I did not see you pulling that minivan into Chipotle. That's all I'm saying. Right?
I
Yeah,
think
so.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best quality fast food that you can get.
My thing, what I was going to say before was, is fast food drive-through dependent?
No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
My thing is
Okay.
Chipotle, you could walk up there and you can get that thing ordered in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's fast.
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
I bet you they probably
Fair.
have a few locations
They're
with
starting
drive
to get
through.
them,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Although I do like to see them make it for some reason.
Yeah.
There's something
Yes.
about that.
I will
feel
say
like I
yesterday-
wouldn't trust that burrito bowl in a drive-through.
I got double steak burrito bowl. It was like single steak.
Yeah.
Points off.
Hey. They are
Hey,
slipping,
hey.
Clem. Clem, they're slipping.
Everyone's slipping. Everyone in this goddamn industry, I feel like, is slipping a little bit. That's one thing as I was putting together this list. I'm like, this was good 10 years ago. This was better 15 years ago. Just the world we live in, inflation. I think I actually tweeted it at one point, though. There was like 3 different Chipotles that I go to around me, and all 3 have deteriorated in the last. I blame COVID. And who do we blame for COVID, White Sox, Dave?
The libs.
You don't gotta fucking tell me twice, Clem.
I couldn't.
They
I
killed
didn't know where that was going, but that was amazing. That was great.
Also, one more thing about Chipotle too. If you get it to go and they don't got to see your face, they will give you the least amount possible. You know what I mean? Have you ever got it for pickup or like delivery?
Oh, I could see why.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they don't have to look you in the eye,
Yeah.
they will give you the smallest scoop in the world.
Is everybody a burrito bowl guy here as
I
their
like
main
both.
order?
I like everything's kind of
Yeah.
in play there.
But I feel like if you go with the burrito, that's where it's like this is falling apart. This is all over the place. Like I feel like I have to have the bowl.
The bowl.
See, I would have agreed until I saw how to appropriately eat it. You eat it, you peel off the foil with it, and it keeps it in place.
Yeah, but you're still losing some beans.
You're losing some.
You get your. I always got to have a fork with you when you're doing the burrito. You got to have. And then it
Yeah.
becomes its own burrito.
That goes
bowl
with any
in the
Mexican,
little
not
tinfoil.
just Chipotle. There's plenty
Yeah.
of good little scraps on the wrapping for Mexican.
So the 2 things I had to say about Chipotle, one is that if this was going to get outlawed, I think by establishing Chipotle, this opens the gates for a lot of other things. And I said
It does.
There's a lot of other foods on here, restaurants that do the same thing. It's the fucking conveyor. What do they call it? The Model T, the conveyor belt, the line, the assembly line. Yeah. It's an assembly line. They put some meat in a fucking carb. They put some toppings in the carb. There's plenty of other things I think on our list that are like that. So now that's been established. And 2, the other thing about Chipotle is like every year for like 10 years, there'd be like a, outbreak of fucking E. coli at Chipotle. And we kept going. That didn't stop the fucking train one bit. It was fucking full gas every single time. That's how you know if food is good, is when people keep going despite a rash of like food illnesses caused by it.
I think this is maybe like one of the biggest like mistakes ever. Didn't McDonald's
they used
own
to
it
own them,
and
yeah.
then they spun it off, right? And they're like,
They-
this isn't going to work. And then now
It's their own.
now it's the
Yeah.
number 1 pick in the snake draft for fast food.
I did not know that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did. Chipotle has cooled off a bit though. We can't.
Yeah.
We got to acknowledge that.
Well,
Like,
everybody
everyone has their day, and everyone
cooled
was-
off. They just went 1-1.
All right, but I'm saying,
It was like what Chick-fil-A is now.
yeah,
at
the
a point.
craze, like the craze.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. The craze.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
wasn't
it
there,
was
like-
yeah.
Do you remember there? It was like, this is like going back to the Vine days. There was like a viral Vine sound about how Chipotle was your life. Do you remember that or no?
No,
Okay, Harry remembers.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
No,
saying
but
remember.
it was like I remember seeing that like everywhere in like 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know why why you get sewer, just because it's no drive-through usually or mostly.
The only thing that I would say is it is a top quality in terms of the food, but when I'm looking for fast food, I'm looking to be a real piece of shit. Like that, when I get
That's
my
fair.
fast food, I want to go to the depths of being a piece of shit. So that's why it wouldn't be a 1-1 for me. But there's no denying that the quality is far more than some of these other ones that are going to get picked. I just personally, when I want fast food, I'm going to get something gross.
You're looking to hate yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, why did I just do that
Something-
to myself?
You're walking out something deep fried, the bag, you can see through it. There's so much grease.
Yeah.
Like, if I made this choice in front of Portnoy, he'd be like, Clem, what the fuck? Like, these are my ZD boys. You guys got to do better. That's what Eddie's saying. He's expecting some French fries in the bag when I'm making my 1-1 pick.
Yeah,
right?
like I don't want you pulling that minivan out and getting out and going through an assembly line. I want you grabbing those fries on the ride home.
Yeah.
That's right.
The fries don't even make it home.
That's my Clem.
And that's the problem. Like, this almost saves me from myself because I can't eat it. I've tried to eat it in the car once. It's the last time I'm going to do it.
Yeah. All right, it's to me. Dave, you just said it. And it's one of those things where I think the thing about fast food is it's all about consistency, and nobody's more consistent than Chick-fil-A. They're just not. Nobody's more consistent. Their breakfast is awesome.
It is good.
You just had some, right?
I didn't because we went to Aunt Sather's.
Yeah?
I've resisted it. I could have eaten one though.
Yeah, and I
Even
know
though it's
Dave.
full.
I know Dave's not a big fan, or maybe like you just don't like the hype.
I don't understand how anybody can wait in line. Like, so they opened up a Chick-fil-A in my hometown, and there was legitimately a fucking line for it. I'm like, dude, it's good. I'm not waiting an hour for it. That's insanity. It's got like a cult following. That doesn't make sense to me.
I do feel like that has cooled off though.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
because the novelty's worn off of having them here.
There's
Yeah.
a couple of these that have cult following. So
Yeah. No, Chick-fil-A is awesome. Wait, I'm
The
surprised.
consistency is insane.
Yeah.
The
It's-
consistency of Chick-fil-A, like, I've never seen anything like it. Every time I get it, it's the same. The nuggets are the same. The breasts on the sandwiches are the exact same. Like, you think you would get a bad one every once in a while. Chicken is, you can be hit
Yeah.
or miss with, like, you bite into a part of it and you're like, oh, that's like a knot or
like
something.
a rubbery,
But with
yeah.
but with Chick-fil-A, the consistency, it really is there. I think it's the top for consistency.
What about the waffle fries? I'm surprised you went with a waffle fry.
waffle fry's my favorite fry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I love a waffle
Yeah,
fry
drafted
too. I
in
didn't
the
know that
potato
about
draft.
you.
It got roasted.
Okay.
But I do like the season or like the Cajun ones more
Okay.
than like the straight up regular ones, if that makes sense. If you know what I'm talking about. Clem, I know you like Chick-fil-A. Was that the tier 1 at least?
It wasn't tier. It might have been top of tier 2 or bottom of tier 1. I don't know, but it's right. I mean, it is what it is. You guys said it's so consistent, and I don't know about you guys in the Midwest out there, but it was like the forbidden fruit for me. I'd see these college football commercials talking Chick-fil-A every Saturday, and there was none in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And we finally got them.
Same with
and
us.
still, the close one for me is like 25-minute ride, and I still make the ride. The kids love it because they can. There's a little. I don't know if they all have like playgrounds or stuff like that, but the playground always hits. They're so fucking nice. You could go to a Chick-fil-A anywhere in New York where, we're known as rough around the edges, and it's the nicest people you're going to in that town 100% of the time. It goes to the consistency as well. I feel like it's the Christian stuff about it. I feel like it's probably the core values and probably the people they're hiring, which I guess this is kind of a problematic pick, Ed. Is this a hateful pick because of the people they, may not be hiring and stuff like that? That's a problem for me. And let's just talking to the religion stuff. You're closed one day of the week, dude. And I can't tell you how many times. So we do the Costco trip in the Clem household, and it's usually on Sundays. And I have to tell the kids we can't have Chick-fil-A, and it breaks their heart every single time. Being closed one day of the week, that hurts.
It's weirdly part of the allure, though, because I will on a Sunday think about going there, and then I can't go, and I'm like, well, I'm going to get it at some point, but not being able to get it all the time, it's a bit like the In-N-Out thing where it's only on the West Coast, where it's like, oh, if I can't get it and I want it, it makes me, like, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
That's how I view Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
I wonder if that makes Saturday and Monday their biggest days. Because people are like, oh, I can't get it tomorrow, or like, oh, it's in my brain, I got to get it Monday now.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Clem, like your point about how it was like slow to come to the north. I remember like watching the SEC championship and be like, how the fuck can this little mom and pop shop afford to sponsor the SEC championship? That made no sense to me. So,
Dude, we had Chick-fil-A sandwiches in our school in high school. They
Really?
would sell them. Yeah. Every Friday they would bring in a bunch of Chick-fil-A and you could buy it for a couple bucks. That was like a huge score. If you got a couple bucks on a Friday, you could buy a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
wow.
That is
We did
crazy.
not have that in Illinois.
We had that in my old job. It was like a business that they would cater to large corporations and bring in a different restaurant every day. And like once a month or once every few weeks, they would bring in Chick-fil-A, and like people from actual Chick-fil-A would cater the meals. The line would be around the fucking block. Yeah. People love Chick-fil-A. If I can walk up to it like any other fast food place, I'd pick it 10 times out of 10. I just
You don't want to
can't wait for fast food. That's the purpose of it. Now you don't really have to, though. But like the cult following, I never understood.
I will say this too. A couple of my Chick-fil-A's around here, they still have long lines like all the time. So I feel like it might just be probably because they're making it so good and they take their time.
Yeah.
I feel like the wait is a little bit of a part of it, unfortunately. And I got to just have two little other nitpicks about it. One, the menu is extremely limited. So if I don't want chicken, I have to have. Is there anything else you can really get other than chicken or like the sides?
Eat
You wanna,
beef,
maybe if you
or
want to get
eat
a little
chicken, not beef.
maybe you'll want to get a little deep on some mac and cheese, But
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying, like, that's the, like with that in Chipotle, like Chipotle, I could have the steak if I want the steak. I could have the chicken if I want the chicken. And Uncle Chaps brought this into my head, has said this, and it lives in my fucking head now, and I'm so mad at that fucking. I want to be careful. I know he's your current. He works at the same office as you guys. When he said that they have small sandwiches at Chick-fil-A, and now I look at them and I feel like they're small sandwiches. They're probably not too small, but I look at them kind of side-eyed now.
It's different than like if
If you can cover it with just 3 small pickles, then it might be a small sandwich.
can we talk
That's a
about
good
the
point.
fucking array of sauces? Just
Yes.
how if you go inside,
they
when
just sell the
they got
fucking
the-
sauce at like grocery
yeah,
stores.
they got the
now.
automatic fucking garbage can. There's just a lot going. Like everything is just pristine.
And
Chick-fil-A
like
sauce is
Chipotle, I
A+.
do think it's the like if you bite into a McDonald's McChicken and a Chick-fil-A, you can tell the Chick-fil-A's actual chicken, and McDonald's is like a substitute or like combination chicken and other shit.
100%.
Yeah. All right. here we
Chick-fil-A
go.
sauce is elite. Chick-fil-A sauce is elite. We ran out of it the other night. Like we were having dinner. We were having, I think, some sort of like chincullets. And I go, oh shit, I hope I have some. I look in the fucking pantry. I had 3. Every time I'm out, I just buy another Chick-fil-A sauce. So I'm never out. I'm like a fucking doomsday saver for Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was just saying to Ed. Like that they sell like huge jugs of fucking the sauce at grocery stores. That's how much people like the sauce, which is a testament to the restaurant itself.
Oh yeah.
Dip your pigs in a blanket in it. You'll never go back to just regular mustard. Or
I like putting it on burgers.
All right. Here we go. Chief, you're on the clock.
He's gonna have a good one.
I'm taking Billions and Billions Serve, the Golden Arches, the restaurant that invented the game. McDonald's. That's to me the number one breakfast. Give me that sausage egg McMuffin every day. It's old, reliable. I remember hearing something one time. I don't know if this is true, but it's like on average there's a McDonald's like every 7 miles. Like every 7 miles, no matter where you are. Obviously, it's going to have some variance, but the average is every 7 miles there's a McDonald's. McDonald's, there's a reason why they're the king. So I'm happy to have it here. So McDonald's third overall, I feel like is a steal.
You are sort of pandering.
Why?
When's the last time you've had a Big Mac or something?
I've actually never had a Big Mac, if I'm being honest, but I think the fries are great. You know how you and I road trips.
I could house.
Yeah.
Live off those hash browns.
Hash browns are great. The sausage. The thing I was a little disappointed during COVID when they took away 24-hour breakfast and I didn't even know.
They still have it at the one on Damon.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Well, I was
By the
at
new office.
I went to a wedding in May, and I got back to my hotel and I was hammered, we'll say, and I needed like an emergency sausage egg McMuffin at midnight, and there was a McDonald's basically across the parking lot from the hotel. I walked all the way over there, and it was a 24-hour McDonald's. Like, we don't have it. I was like, we don't do breakfast all day. So that was tough, but
You walked all that way.
It was
and
like
got turned down.
It was like a 500-yard walk.
That's
good
far.
was like but it was like those golden arches
Yeah.
just beaming at you in the distance.
Like saying, "Come to me."
Yeah.
You guys got anything on this?
Their Coke tastes better too.
That is
Yeah,
true.
their Diet Coke is great. It's an iconic pick. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised it went third, like almost just ceremonially. Like it feels like it should go 1-1. Breakfast is elite. Fries are elite. I've actually come around on their nuggets. I used to be not as into their chicken nuggets, but for whatever reason, within the last like year or so, I've been eating a lot of McDonald's chicken nuggets. So no, it's a solid pick. It's a very solid pick.
I almost wanted to just have like no McDonald's, kind of like your Michael Jordan rule. And it's like, let's just respect the king. It is what it is. When you think fast food, you think McDonald's. Like people probably say like, I'm getting McDonald's tonight, instead of saying like, people like some people in the States will say Coca-Cola instead of soda.
For every
but it could
pop.
mean
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just going to get Coke. I think McDonald's is that. It's the fucking big swinging dick in the industry, has been since we were kids, and it's going to be way afterwards. Ed, that Toyota Sienna I'm driving around, I can tell you what, my kids, they might have Chipotle, but I don't want to get out of the car. You have the drive-through. Happy Meals are fucking godsends for parents. It's the most, no matter, every single kid I know, they could be a brat. You get them a Happy Meal, they're instantly happy. They'll eat it all. It's incredible. The Coke was mentioned. The Sprite having the extra pop in it, where it fucking like kicks the shit out of your tongue. The orange drink, I think it's called High C. No, it's orange drink. The drinks are legendary. The sweet and sour sauce, I think, has its own little like cachet in the industry. It's incredible. I think the fries have slipped a little, and I don't fuck with the beef at McDonald's. I'm strictly a chicken sandwich or chicken nugget guy. But the King's the king, man.
They didn't make a major motion picture about the founding of the first two on this list. We'll say that.
Well, they
That's right.
made a motion picture about it because the founder got fucked.
It's still a great
That's
story.
why.
It's still a great story.
What was it?
The founder.
It's called the founder. Because
I've never seen it.
The founders didn't get fucked.
Founders got fucked.
He reinvented
they
the
got
game.
fucked.
Are you crazy?
They were in the restaurant game. He was in the real estate game. Simple as that. They didn't want a franchise. They didn't know how to do it.
He took their recipe and was changing it around and making fucking powdered shakes and shit like that. When they were all about quality, they got fucked.
Maybe I have to watch it again. But if it was just the McDonald's brothers, we wouldn't have McDonald's it wouldn't be the icon it is.
Sure. Correct on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's McDonald's. Good pick.
Yep.
I debated it at 2, but whatever. Trent.
I'm fired up that I get to pick this because it would have been my 1-1 if I had the number 1 pick. And I ordered it last night as like an omen and hoping that I would get it in the draft. It's Taco Bell.
Oh.
I love Taco Bell. It's my number 1. Cheesy gordita crunch, chicken quesadilla, the chalupa. They've got the grilled cheese burrito. They've got the Cinnabon Delights that I don't think people talk about nearly enough. It's a very solid dessert option. Their breakfast is dynamite if you're up for that. But it's just every time I get it, I love it, and it's one of my main loves in my life. So I'm thrilled that I got it in the draft. Taco Bell number 4.
So, I think we're 4 for 4 with those cult following picks because this also has a fucking fan base that's rabid as shit.
I would be remiss not to talk about how much women fucking love McDonald's.
That's a point like that.
They
You mean Taco
love both of them.
No, McDonald's too. Like Kelly Keys is
I know
like
both, but like
half
that's
of her
what I'm saying.
content is Taylor Swift and ordering McDonald's. I feel like.
Why do they like these fucking places so much? It's crazy to me.
I have a theory, but I feel like I would get
Canceled?
Yeah.
Well, you can't get canceled.
The new Barstool chief. Knew that.
Hey, by the way, I got a beef with the editors
I
already.
feel like it's no shit. I feel like it's like a hot skinny girl thing to be like, I love all this trash.
All the trash food, yeah.
And it's
I
like, look
agree
how
with
skinny
that.
I am while I'm eating all this gross food.
I think Kelly would be fired up if she heard that.
Yeah, probably.
She'd be like, that's great.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Taco Bell is just I love it. I really everything is here's the thing about Taco Bell is that everything's kind of the same. Like the quesadilla and the grilled cheese burrito, it all is all the same ingredients, but for whatever reason, I can't get enough of it.
It's awesome.
They create a new item, and I'm just like, holy shit, they did it again. And it's out of the same 9 ingredients they've used for every other item, and they always blow my mind. It's incredible.
Doritos Locos Tacos, come on, that's revolutionary. A Dorito shell, and they sell those in the stores too. I mean, that's a testament to how much people like that stuff.
But can I bring up one thing though, Trent?
Please.
What's going on with the prices? It's getting crazy.
They're up there.
It's getting crazy, and it did not used to be that way.
No, it used to be much cheaper. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like just like an ingredients issue. The price of the ingredients is going up, but you are right. The prices are getting a little out of control.
Answer for Taco Bell, Trent. What the fuck? Don't you fucking push this off. Answer the question.
I'll say this. I'm an unconditional love guy for Taco Bell. So the burritos could be $50 and I'm still going to order them. I don't care.
Yeah.
So this actually was the case. I saw this on, I think I read it too. The McDonald's menu, their $1, $2, $3 menu. The cheapest thing at this person's was $2.50 for like the McChicken sandwich or something like that. We grew up in the golden age where you could go to McDonald's or Taco Bell, get a full meal for $5, get 5 $1 items. And it's like, out of the younger generations are getting fucked, man. So I'm with you on that, Ed. Everything has gone up a lot. The Taco Bell budget menu, you could make a masterpiece out of it. Now it's like a quesadilla is like $8.
Yeah.
What does the
sad.
room think of Cinnabon Delights? Because I feel like they're a little bit slept on.
These guys, I don't think these guys have ever had.
I guess I gotta say something. I have literally never once had Taco Bell.
I haven't had it since like '96.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I'll tell you exactly. So, after Little League games, like Little League, like 8, 9 years old, one parent, they'll rotate who brings the post-game snacks. I don't know if that's everywhere, but that's what we did.
Yeah.
Someone brought Taco Bell, and I puked so hard from it, blood vessels in my eyes popped, and I haven't touched it. You know when you drink for the first time in, like, flavored vodka and you don't know your limit, and you're just pounding, like, entire pint glasses of it? It's similar to that. It's like I can't drink green apple Bacardi to this day because of how sick I got the first time I drank. Similar to Taco Bell, it's like a mental block for me. I won't.
I was that way with Krispy Kreme donuts for a long time. I got sick after I ate probably just way too many of them, and I couldn't eat them for years. I can now, thankfully. But I know what you mean. If you have that like trigger and it just brings up like I don't feel good, I totally get that.
I haven't touched it. So,
But Chief, why not?
dog shit.
I saw a video when I was in high school of them making it, and it was like grade F meat, and they would squirt it out of a plastic bag onto the tacos and onto the burritos. And like that kind of like that image of them just basically, it looked literally just like a diarrhea shit going onto your taco, that I was like, I can't do it.
Another reason that plays into, so we had this, and when I was also really young, we had this neighbor with a little chihuahua, and every time a dog would take a shit, and like my dad would be out cutting the grass, he'd be like, oh, the neighbor's dog is dropping a chalupa, like from the commercials. And the word chalupa is like one of those words that just, I associate it with poop. So I can't eat Taco Bell.
And it couldn't be further from it. It's maybe like the most delicious. I love chalupas. That's my go-to Taco Bell order there. So, but the other thing with Taco Bell, and I didn't have it until I think college because there was none around me, is you always hear like, oh, it's going to make you shit your brains out. I've never really had a problem with, I will say if you eat too much of the ground beef Taco Bell, you might have some belly issues, but I'll try to mix in some chicken or steak. I'm not going to just go like 3 ground beef meals or items, or else you're going to be hurt.
Have some problems. All right then, Trent, good pick. White Sox Dave,
Thank you.
Final first rounder.
This one is a somewhat recent revelation for me. I don't know if they started popping up in Chicagoland. They are in the Midwest, but I'm going with Culver's.
Oh, man, I thought I'd get that later.
The chicken tenders are legit, like sit-down quality restaurant chicken tenders.
It's the best chicken tender in America.
Are fan-fucking-tastic. It is quality white-ass meat. It is a perfect fast food restaurant. I love Culver's.
The only problem with the breading, the crust on those chicken tenders is perfect. And the only problem, sometimes it's too hot and juicy. You can their chicken
blisters,
tenders are so juicy and fresh that you could burn yourself.
It's like, it's a burn hazard.
Yeah.
You got to have like aloe vera on you sometimes. Otherwise, the roof of your lips are going to get fucking blistered up like you got the herp.
No, it's a great pick. I too, Chief, I thought I would get this later. But you can't argue with Culver's. I am curious, Clem, how prevalent is Culver's out on the East Coast?
They're so prevalent that this was the fucking question that ruined my perfect daily dozen. Because it was like one of the questions yesterday, the day before, was like concrete mixers and Butterburger or something.
Yep.
And I guess something that has a concrete mixer, and I was wrong. I'm like, bullshit, Jeff D'Lo. And turns out, I'm looking it up now, I've heard of Culver's in passing a couple times, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks very good. The fact you guys all had it on the board, I guess I have to go to the next time I'm out in Chicago. We have to have a Culver's trip.
Yeah. This is one. So my dad used to have to go up to Wisconsin all the time for work. This is like probably 20 years ago. It was before like even Culver's was in like at least my immediate area, and he would like stop over in the Wisconsin border, and he credited Culver's for like 20 pounds of weight gain because it was just like a beacon.
Yeah.
It was like there was like a halfway point to where he was going, and he would always just stop at Culver's.
Their cheese
Great
curds are
cheese curds
dynamite.
too.
The cheese are cheese curds a
Dynamite.
thing on the East Coast?
They are not.
No, I first had mine in Milwaukee. and
Yeah,
they
it's
are.
a Wisconsin
Oh, no.
thing. Yeah.
Wait, I think at first, did they sell them at White Sox Stadium? No, it was Milwaukee. I bought them at the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium. Those are dangerous. I'd be dead right now if they had cheese curds on these. I'd already
Fried
be
cheese.
dead. My life is already short.
What's a better combo? You got cheese and you got deep fried. It's a perfect marriage.
That's real Midwest innovation where they're like,
Yeah.
what if we just deep fry the cheese? And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, you're a genius.
I feel like that was something that was just like, Wisconsin or Iowa State Fair one day where they're just like, let's just throw it in the fryer. Like 100 years ago. Like, this is it. We did it.
For having a crinkle
It's almost
cut,
too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. For having a crinkle cut fry could be a little better. I'll say
Oh,
that.
I like a crinkle cut.
I like crinkle cut too, but I don't think theirs are that great.
I'm the opposite. Because I think theirs are like meaty too. Those are a burn mouth hazard.
They're fries.
They're thick, yeah.
I have a take. At its best, when all fries are done absolutely perfectly, the crinkle cut is the king of fries.
I would
but
agree.
It's very rare you can get it that great. And I'm a waffle fry guy, Ed. That's in the mix as well. But crinkle cuts, whew. Is Culver's known for their chicken tenders? Because you let Dave.
Well,
no, they're known for their butter burgers.
Butterburger is
Yeah.
like the thing, but is like their marketable thing. But I think their best menu item is the chicken.
7 out of
tenders.
10 people are getting a butter burger though.
Okay.
I get both.
I'm going to
I get
prepare my
both.
order now.
It can't get
This-
drafted,
I've-
but like Portillo's, their best item, I think, is their burger. It's not marketed hardly.
Are
But
we just?
Portillo's has only got 70-some restaurants, so it's not eligible. But similar, like I have to get both. I get chicken tenders and a butter burger, double butter burger.
Good consistency too at Culver's.
I'm pretty sure I was going to bring this up. I'm pretty sure it's all family. It's still single. It's not franchise like McDonald's or other restaurants where its quality varies from restaurant to restaurant.
We don't know for sure though.
I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure I heard that though. I would have to look that up.
Did you guys ever hear like back in the day, no one ate lobster because it was like such
was
a gross looking
prison food.
animal and whatever?
It's in the Bible that you're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah, it's
really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
hoofed animals.
The
It's
Lord
almost
said
like-
no.
Yeah, the Lord said no. I just feel like chicken tenders should be treated with more respect. Like people didn't want to eat lobster because they didn't say it looked good. Chicken tenders are just the greatest food ever. I don't understand why it's not like. I guess you would die if you ate nothing but chicken tenders very quick, but they're so fucking good.
They're so
But
good.
it sometimes it'll get demoted to the kids menu.
That's
at a
exactly-
certain
yeah.
restaurant. It's like,
I order
no,
chicken
dude, put it
tenders
on the
like
big
twice a
boy
week.
menu.
Like twice a week on Uber Eats. It's such you're getting even a bad chicken tender is still good.
This makes me want to go to Declan's too.
I know their chicken tenders are my favorite on earth.
All right, Dave, kick us off. Something wrong.
This is my all right. So, Ed, you can make fun of me, but like when I think fast food, I think drive-through like global chains. The one where I'll get the afternoon menu, like not consistently, but decent enough. I'll go there in a pinch, like no problem. Wendy's. I go their kids menu too, though. I go junior bacon cheeseburger. Their nuggets fire. Also have waffle fries. If you want to go like really fucking
Whoa,
fat
I
and
do
greasy,
not have waffle fries.
Wendy's does not have waffle fries.
don't they have waffle fries?
I don't think so.
No.
I could have sworn.
No.
I haven't been there in a minute.
Ooh,
Then
should maybe take this one away from them.
no,
I think we should just
I get-
deduct 5 points off of however many.
that's
votes he
not
gets.
fucking happening.
Okay.
Off the graphic, automatic.
Nevertheless, their burgers out of like the global fast food chains, I think are there's not a close second to them.
I don't like that they're square. I don't like that.
Oh,
I don't like a square patty.
Nothing wrong.
I love a square patty.
That doesn't change
Oh,
the
I love
taste.
it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I don't
And
like that at all.
I'll say it's a great pick, Dave, because the Baconator changed my life. That thing, when they rolled that thing out, I couldn't believe how good it was. And I've eaten so many Baconators since then that, yeah, it's just a staple of like my high school and college years would just go to Wendy's and get a couple Baconators and you're set. You're all good to go.
You're set for $7 or whatever for the rest of the week. You got your caloric intake that you need to sustain yourself for like weeks on end. Do you remember when I brought Wendy's breakfast when they rolled it out to the
I
office?
do remember that, Dave.
You can
Thank
tell
you
the
for
story.
That was nice of you. Dave brought it for the office one day.
Credit to you.
Credit to me. I brought
For
Wendy's
no particular
breakfast
reason.
when it wasn't for spite or anything even. Like there was I was not doing it to piss anybody off or for spite purposes. I did it out of the goodness of my heart. I brought Wendy's to the office for everybody to enjoy.
We would also be remiss if we didn't mention the Frosty. The Frosty is
of course.
delicious. You get a big fry, you get a Frosty, and you're living.
Didn't you used to get them for $1? I'm sure it's not that anymore because inflation, Joe Biden printing money that like it's the value of the dollars like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The
You know?
JBC is elite, like you said.
Yeah.
The JBC is elite.
It's
Another-
elite.
Yeah.
There
don't
was
know
another
why it's-
all-time great dollar menu that's kind of gotten, destroyed by inflation and the times we live in, unfortunately, you could make
And
a
46,
masterpiece out
yeah.
of the Wendy's dollar menu.
Yeah.
The Wendy's, Eddie, this kind of goes into what you said before. I feel like the quality of Wendy's has slipped. I feel like late 90s, early 2000s is when it was absolutely humming in terms of quality of the food. I think remember when the fry containers were yellow?
Yeah.
That is when I think Wendy's peaked. Had the biggie size, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
And Trent, you mentioned it too with the Frosty. You got to tip your cap. The spicy chicken sandwich, while different than the other spicy chicken sandwiches that have come onto market, that shit was there forever, and it still fucking hits to this day. Till this day.
Yeah, I think they've
Yep.
objectively gotten better when it comes to like freshness and like appeal. But you're right, there was something better when it was trashier.
Yeah, had the fucking
was
like
yellow.
fixing. They had like the chili where you pour it yourself and they had chili. That's fucking unbelievable for a fast food place in the '90s. That was mind blowing.
It's true.
The chili's not bad either.
Yeah.
No, it's good
Standard-
chili.
not.
Standard
It's not bad.
quality chili.
Trent, you're up again.
All right. I mean, you guys are taking the ones that I had wanted. All right, I got a pick that might be controversial. I'm actually interested to see how you guys feel about this one. Arby's. I'm a big Arby's guy. I love a beef and cheddar. I think their curly fries, which are their go-to fries, I think they're great. We've got the special Arby's sauce on the beef and cheddars. For me, if I'm getting fast food, if like you're saying, you're driving down a strip in the Midwest and there's all of these restaurants and there's an Arby's there's a good chance I'm going to stop there. I love a good beef and cheddar.
Edward.
Trent, there's nothing wrong with liking Arby's, man. Like,
Okay.
people who hate on Arby's, it's the most undeserved hate ever.
I agree.
It's like hating Phillip Rivers, you know? Like, what is, like, he had a good career, you know? He didn't win a Super Bowl. Arby's ain't going to win you a Super Bowl.
They're not.
But they put up good numbers, and they're there for you.
All right. I was a little afraid to make that pick, and I don't know how the other guys feel, but it feels good to have an ally in the room because Arby's, you're right. They never did anything to anybody, and they have good sandwiches.
Yes, exactly. However, maybe a touch early. I think you could have got it later. But I think Arby's is good. Clem?
Yeah, it was almost like the anti-bacon in terms of internet hate, where it got way too much, and it's like everyone probably secretly be like, but I kind of like Arby's. However, it's again with most fast food, if you actually saw how it was made, you probably wouldn't love it. But those curly fries, like you sold me when you said the curly fries, I'm like, oh yeah, the curly fries there, fucking
That's
awesome.
the only thing that
Curly
is
fry is a
edible
good
there.
fry.
I just sent Harry. I don't know if this is doable, but I just sent Harry a quick clip that I would like him to play. I don't know if we have that technology.
I don't think we
it's-
do.
Yeah, it's
Is it the
it's
Simpsons
quick.
clip?
Yeah, it's a Simpsons clip when they're lost on the island, like Lord of the Flies, and the two twin girls. I forget their names, but one of them goes, "I'm
Sherry
so
and
hungry."
Terry.
Sherry and Terry. I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's. Now that's a joke for a reason. It's because Arby's fucking stinks and it's disgusting.
I think Arby's could sue the Simpsons for that.
They
Like
sh-
I do think that is probably where the birth of all the Arby's hate.
I
came
think it's
from.
gross. It's
What's gross about it?
Have you had it?
yeah.
I don't know
I
if you've really
fucking
had it.
the last time I had it, Nick and KB and Donnie. I feel like we were in Michigan somewhere, but we were starving and we were going from like one shoot to another shoot, and it was either Arby's or McDonald's or whatever, and they were like dead set on Arby's. I was adamant we don't get Arby's.
Arby's is the Nickelback of fast food places.
Yep. That's a good way to put it.
Dave loves
good.
Nickelback.
Dave
I
loves
do like Nickelback, and if I liked not Nickelback, I do like Nickelback. If I liked Arby's, I would have no problem saying I like Arby's. I'm not saying it because I truly think it's disgusting.
All right, this is about a tier 5 for me. So I'm with Dave, but I also do think
Their curly fries are
like-
elite, though.
yeah.
All right, Chief.
I really wanted that Culver's.
I thought you were taking it. I was elated when you passed on it.
Yeah. Well, I thought it would get to me here. I will go. I'll go with Shake Shack. I think Shake Shack makes a great burger. It is a little. That's another one that I feel like is a little culty. But if you're talking smash burger kind of chains, they do it. They do a great job. So I love Shake Shack. That was like one of those things. when we started going to New York a lot for work, and they finished the renovation. I think it was LGA, where they put a Shake Shack in there in one of the terminals. I was like, all right, well, now there's airport food there that I can absolutely eat and quickly. But the line in the airport is always crazy too. But I think Shake Shack is a great burger.
It's crazy because it's a quality cheeseburger.
Yeah. And there are others kind of like this, but I would say that this is the one that I have the most. So
It's good. It was going to be my next pick.
Okay.
So, I like it. I think it's good.
I like Shake Shack a lot. I like the burgers a lot. They have them at Citi Field, which I, definitely love that. The only thing is, at least it was kind of their one of their big calling cards when they first opened in New York was you had to wait on this huge line, and it kind of was like, oh, you're going to wait on the line. And I feel like they steered into that as part of their like image. It's like you're going to have to wait for the Shake Shack burger, but it's worth it. I'm too fucking old to wait anymore. Like, I love Shake Shack. When I see it, I'm like, I'm not waiting for that fucking thing. It's a fucking great burger. There's plenty of other burgers on here that are pretty close, or if not better. So that's my biggest thing. Great sauce. Love the sauce, the Shake Shack sauce. And I think they have like the cement mixers or something like that as well that are really good.
I don't think I know what that is. Am I living under
It's like
a
an
rock?
ice cream sundae with it's like a
like a
what do they have at
Blizzard.
Carvel? Like the Mega Mix kind of thing, or a
like a-
McFlurry almost.
Yeah, it's
like
like
grown up a better version of the McFlurry.
I don't think I've ever had that at Culver's either, by the way.
I don't
but,
think so either.
Sounds good.
It does.
The Shake Shack for me, it's good. The burgers are good, but it's probably I've had the least of it in terms of a fast food place. I just don't get it all that often.
Yeah, like I can't really pick cons. I've only had it a handful of times.
I feel like is it even a drive-through place? I feel like it's more like Portillo.
Yeah, it's
I
a
know
good point.
Portillo's
Portillo's has drive-through down to a science.
No, I know, but like a lot of times you're eating inside of Portillo's, I would say.
You could not do a drive-through at Shake Shack. It's slow food. That's the only thing. It might not be fast food. It actually might be slow food here.
It's
Chief.
good.
Yeah.
It's good food quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely fast food.
Crinkle cuts too. Good crinkle cuts there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Yes,
crinkle
good
cuts.
fry.
Sprinkle cuts are great.
All right, to me, I'm prepared to get hate for this, but I think like it's definitely a top 10 place, and it's In and Out.
Well, so
I
that
don't
was the
have
one I
it
was
enough.
between, and I do feel like I think Dave, you might have said something about this, but it's like one of those places where it's very good, but like people will like cut their nuts off that.
Yeah, but that's
It's
not their fault.
fucking crazy.
That's not their fault. That's not their fault.
I don't think it's necessarily better than Shake Shack.
I would have taken Shake Shack first, to be clear.
Okay.
Like I said, that was my next pick, but I'll take In and Out, and I'm happy I got it. It
is their
really
fault,
good
Ed.
burger. Why is it their fault?
It is their fault. This is why. Because I had never had In-N-Out, and I had never had Chick-fil-A for years and years and years. And I'd heard how great they were. I went to Chick-fil-A and said, wow, that delivered. I went to In-N-Out and said, wow, that didn't deliver. And Will Compton said it best, because I know I'm going to get the fucking In-N-Out like cult people coming at my throat. It's a perfectly fine burger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just not great. And I'm sure it's fast or whatever. And I'm sure there's other parts that if I went there consistently, I'd really love, like the secret menu and shit like that. But like the 3 or 4 times I've had it, I'm like, oh, it's fine, but it's not worth the hype. Where with Chick-fil-A, I was like, oh shit, that was worth the hype.
well
Animal
said.
style is good. I like the animal style stuff. I think that's pretty good. Burger doesn't blow me away. And the secret menu thing, just show me the menu. If you got it, I want to know what's up there. What the fuck? Why are you keeping secrets from me? You're a fast food place.
But
the
Just
thing
give
is
me
when-
everything that you have.
When you ask about it, it's like they just tell you. So what's the point? It's like that's the worst kept secret ever.
I am one of those that think their fries are not very good, so I'll say that. But I don't know. The way they perfected that little crisp around the rim of the bun is like really good. It's I don't know. I'm happy to have it. Clem, back to you.
I love how this just played out. Just because it looks like on the graphic, it's going to be like the run on tight ends. The burger run continues, boys. Shake Shack could have been my number 2. In-N-Out, I wasn't going to take as a burger because there's one burger joint, and it's Five Guys.
I hate Five Guys.
Why do you hate
It's-
Five Guys?
I don't know. I just don't think it's good.
Oh, I think Five Guys is very good. And I love
It's just expensive as
Sorry,
fuck.
Clem. I didn't mean to
Go
step
ahead,
on you,
Clem.
but
No,
you
no,
go
no, no. I
first.
want you guys to discuss. You guys discuss.
No, Clem,
guys-
you sound like you were about to
I-
be passionate about it. I want you to
Clem,
cheerlead.
that was rude of me.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking good. Like I don't even know what to say about. I almost took this 1-1. That's how much I love Five Guys. You go in, you get the burger, and it's like if you want a meal You get in the regular burger, the 2 patties, and you're like, all right, we're cooking now. It does take a little longer kind of with Shake Shack, but it's faster than that. And you know it's getting done fresh and done well. You have the fries, which, listen, all these picks we have that have fries, bag fries have always been a magical thing for us when you pick them. The fact that they just load it in the bag, plus you get the cup, the fucking grease in the bag. Trent, you want to feel like a scumbag? Just look at that greasy bag of fries. You will feel like a fast food scumbag. I think it's the best burger out of anything we're going to draft today. That's my personal preference. I love you can load it with toppings. You can get a dog. You can get I like that they have the little burger if you're not looking to absolutely, destroy yourself. Same with the small fries. Has the Coke remix, in basically all their stores, as far as I can tell. And I just love having peanuts as an option as I'm waiting. I like to just shell them and get fucking.
Nice. That's a great touch. I was waiting to see if you would say that. Like, that is something it has over Shake Shack. When you're waiting in line, and you're waiting for your burger, because it does take a little bit longer, you just grab yourself a handful of peanuts. You're good to go.
It's just
he's
so
a nut guy
expensive.
too. Triple nut in the draft.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I will say I think they've got a little bit of a weak fry. I think you can have.
Agreed.
You have too much grease on a fry. Those fries turn soggy kind of quick.
I also think the fries are a little too natural. I feel like they just peeled them off. And for me, again, if we're talking fast food, I want to be a real piece of garbage. I want the McDonald's like almost fake crispy fry. There's something about the Five Guys fry that is a little too natural for me.
I'm pretty
you can
sure
see the skin on it.
No,
Sometimes.
you can see the like machine that turns the potato into the fry that drops it into the water. I'm pretty sure at Five Guys, right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, you see the bags of potatoes there. I think they have the potatoes for the fries, and then they have the nuts for I think the peanut oil. I don't know if that actually is how it works. Probably not. But yeah, I think it's a fresh fry. Where I feel like the McDonald's fries were probably made like 30 years ago, and they're still just like pumping them out.
They got
That's
so
what I'm
pumped
looking
full
for.
of preservatives. They just don't die like Ho-Hos or Twinkies or whatever it was. The only con against it for me though is the price. You're spending $20+ bucks on on yourself. Like if you're feeding the whole family, Clem, you're dropping probably close like $75, I bet.
We're sharing. Sienna, you could have a bite of my burger and some fries. That's all we're like. You got a mortgage to pay.
Now, is it inconsistent? Am I going to bad Five Guys? Is that it? Is the one next to the office bad?
So that's what I was going to say. You're the office in New York. You're talking about. Yes. So this is the problem with Five Guys. If you're in a very busy spot in like a major city, I don't think they put the fries in the oven in the fryer long enough. Sometimes.
What about
where
the burger?
I'm in the burbs here? The burger?
Yeah.
The burgers I've always had good, but
Okay.
I've only had the one near the office once. But every other place that I've gone to Five Guys, it's always been better. And I will say, I think the one near the office stinks because I think they undercook their fries, which is a legit gripe. But if you have the fries done right, I think they're very, very good. And they're fresh.
All right, so Clem, that's very interesting because I've only been to the one right next to the office here. So maybe I've got not the right view of their fries because their fries are always undercooked, I think.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We're all going to shit. Yeah. Well, Dave has the credit card now. It's fine. You guys all come up. We go out. We take a trip to Five Guys right by me. I'll get you guys a good thing. We load it up. I'll even pay, and we'll have a little.
We'll
field trip to
pregame
the
for our
local Five
hibachi
Guys.
That's
dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our hibachi and our pancake
Joey
breakfast
Langone.
with eggs.
Yep.
Trent, you want to come on our hibachi dinner?
Of course.
Okay.
I don't even know
All
what it
right.
is, but I'm
Well,
in.
you won't.
We've been planning
Yeah.
it. The boys here have been planning a hibachi dinner with Joey Langone. All 4 of us enjoy, but now you're invited too if you want to come.
You'll
I
big
love it.
league
I'm
us,
in.
but consider the invitation, granted.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to hibachi with Trent. I'd love to do basically anything with Trent. I'm just so happy he's here right now.
Hibachi is so good. I love hibachi.
I haven't done it in so long.
Clem, you're up again.
Okay, so this one is a little bit more of I don't know what to say, niche or whatever, but I think it fits into the fast food. It's Panda Express. I fucking love Panda Express. I'm an orange chicken guy. You get the Beijing beef. You can go with your different rices, all that kind of stuff. You can throw a bunch of different entrees on there with your rice side or your lo mein and stuff like that. It's my go-to. If I'm at the mall and there's like all these things at the mall, basically, I'm probably going to choose either Chipotle or Panda Express. So, and I think it's like the only Chinese really in the industry that does it like this. And I blogged it the other day. Breaking news, they're coming out with an orange chicken sandwich to get into the fried chicken sandwich games. And I'm telling you, that could be a motherfucking monster.
Wow, that's
Whoa.
crazy.
I love the orange. I've never gotten anything but orange chicken from Panda Express, and I have no gripes about that. That's not a complaint. I think the orange chicken is so good that I can't imagine getting anything else. Even when I get the Fat Boy huge large plate where you get to pick 3, I go orange chicken, orange chicken, orange chicken because it's that good. I really love it.
It's one of those ones that I don't trust it, so I never go. If that makes, I've had it. It's good, but there's something. It has like in my brain. It's like in that Taco Bell category where I don't trust any of the ingredients. So it's like the opposite of Chipotle for me. But I'm sure I'm in the minority on that.
I'm lukewarm on Panda Express. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. I think
it wasn't on my list to draft. We'll say that. Yeah.
Same.
I lost mine after COVID. I went back to the mall for the first time after the shutdown and everything, and it was gone. It was just a generic Chinese place, and it's instead, and it was devastating. Actually, that's another bonus. If you're at the mall, they'll give you the little toothpick, and you're gonna get the orange. Like Trent's like, oh yeah, let me just try the orange chicken. Never had that before. Like,
what's
bought
this
it
like?
3 times last week. What are you talking about?
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
All right, it's back to me. Before I make my pick, I want to talk about the exclusive ticketing partner, Barstool Sports, and that's, of course, Game Time.
Game Time.
Everybody knows Game Time. Everybody uses it. It's created by fans for fans. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. Of course, you can grab your Cubs or White Sox tickets or your Mets tickets. And I got my eye on a concert. Trent, you might like this. 50 Cent is coming to Chicago in September. I think it's at the United Center. I think I'm going to go.
You gotta go, dude.
Yeah.
It's the final lap tour.
Final lap. Final lap.
You want to have a little mandate?
Concert? Well, let's think about it. Let's talk it over.
What's there to
Possibly.
talk over? It's a 50 Cent
I heard
concert
this
with
ad
the
read
boys.
last week, and Ed's talking about Offspring. Oh, there's Offspring. I had no idea there was Offspring. Me and Ed made a pact to go see Offspring together, and he didn't even tell me. I heard it on the ad, and I was like, oh, Offspring's back in the States.
One of my
So I
all-time
have to go on
favorite
Game
bands,
Time.
and he didn't invite me either.
Offspring, Sum 41, and Simple Plan are touring right now.
Wow.
That's a fucking great
Yes,
concert.
that's a
This is
great
Sum 41's done after this tour too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they disbanded after this tour.
So go check
Another
that
final
out on
lap?
Game Time.
Double final lap?
Double
What's going
final
on?
lap.
Dual final laps?
Go check that out on Game Time.
Heavy metal and mullets. It's how we were raised.
You just got to download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email, and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. All right, it's to me. Mm-hmm. All right, I want chicken, I want burger. I'm not trying to make a diverse list necessarily, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take the first sandwich place off the board, and I'm going to go Jimmy John's.
It's my first ever job. It's Jimmy John's.
Really?
Yep.
I think Jimmy John's is super solid.
I really like Jimmy John's too. This guy hates Jimmy John's, but
I don't hate it. I don't like it though.
give me the turkey tom. Here's my big complaint with Jimmy John's right now, and it's not really even their fault. You can't get Sprouts anymore. Sprouts in America, it's like you might as well be trying to get gold. So I used to love that, a little extra crunch on there, and that comes standard on that turkey tom, the number 4. I know because I worked there, but I love Jimmy John's too, and I tried to make Dave when we come back from Sydney's, and he's like, nope, not
No,
gonna
we
go.
got
we
it.
went once.
We did go.
We went once.
Yeah, it's
Once. I would have gone all 4 times.
It's fine in a pinch.
Good pick.
I think it's good. Like all across the board too. I like their kettle cooked chips.
Yep.
They got a good cookie.
You ever put those chips right on the sandwich?
I do.
That's
I
a
do
great
every
move.
time.
Yep.
I think Jimmy John's is just the same thing. If you look at my board, it's all about consistency. Jimmy John's nails that too.
Yep.
I like Jimmy John's. Before I moved to New York, when I was just blogging from home, I would get Jimmy John's every day for lunch, and I never got sick of it. I just loved it. I'm pretty sure I got the turkey tom. I think that's what I got as well.
Yep.
It's throw a little mayo on there. Yeah, no, I'm a Jimmy John's fan for sure.
I don't know if I've ever had Jimmy. There's none close to me here, so I've never had Jimmy John's. This is the thing. When it comes to the sandwich shops, I happen to live in a place that has very, very good bread. A lot of like the Bronx style bread has made its way up here. And I've always been a Boar's Head guy when it comes to cold cuts. So that's the gold standard for me. And I don't know how many sandwich shops do better than that. So I'm going in blind, but I'm very interested. Ed, are we talking, do they make their own kettle chips? Is that what we're talking
they
here?
do.
Yeah, they have their own brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And they're good.
Now listen, Clem, I won't debate that. I love a good local sandwich shop. Like there's a ton of them. I did a top 8 sandwich list. Like in Chicago, there's a bunch of great ones. But Jimmy John's is also like a college thing. Like they always have a location.
Started in
college.
Champaign, right?
Started at
Eastern,
Charleston. And that's like the big thing. So, when you can't get those places. Jimmy John's was there for
Were
you,
you a delivery driver
which
for
I
them?
appreciate.
No, I was a sandwich maker.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
What, do
How
they have
long?
a name for it, like a sandwich artisan? Or
How long were you there for?
I did it the summer. I was 15, so I did it like all summer until like football camp started, and then I couldn't manage like the hours couldn't get shifts on to line up with football schedule, so I stopped. I did it for like probably 3 months.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Down on Randall Road in Batavia.
Randall Road.
there you go.
Also,
yeah.
I want to make it clear, I'm not hating on fast food sandwich shops. They're good. It's like with Domino's and pizza. Like sometimes you just want Domino's. I fucking love Domino's is not fast food, right? I think that was kind of like banned.
I don't think so.
I don't.
Personally.
You can get the
I don't think
$5 hot and ready. So technically,
I think that would be.
but-
I think they would qualify.
Oh wait, that's not down. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I think people that hate on Domino's are such hardos. It's like I have great pizza here, but sometimes you just want cheesy bread or you just want to have some fucking Domino's deep dish. Like to each their own. Live and let live, as a wise man once said on this podcast.
Preach.
The wisest man.
Chief, you're back.
I feel like this might get hated on as a Chief pick. I love Panera. I think.
I fucking knew you were gonna take it.
What's wrong with Panera? You don't like a little broccoli cheddar soup in a bread bowl every
It's
once in a
awesome.
while? This guy
The
doesn't like
salad's pretty
sourdough
good.
bread. The salads
Listen,
are good.
Did I say
A
anything
bacon
bad,
turkey
or did I
Bravo
say I know you
sandwich.
were drafted.
Their breakfast sandwiches are fucking awesome too. You can get a runny egg on your breakfast sandwich, Dave. I think Panera on like the ciabatta bread. You want to just get a loaf of bread sometimes. Panera's got you there too. I think Panera across the board, they're hitting on so many different categories in a big way. You can scratch whatever itch you've got at Panera. You want a pumpkin muffin? Panera's got.
Oh,
you
their
covered.
bread's awesome.
Bread's yeah. I mean that's
Banana nut.
all
bread.
of it. They hit. They might have the most diverse menu, and they all fucking hit. They changed. They had that little tortilla chip soup that they're doing for a while. I don't know if they still are, but now they do drive through as well. Panera, I think, is great.
I think it's fantastic.
I love Panera. They've also got a great lemon cookie. I don't know if you've ever gotten that from
sure
the
it's
bakery
awesome.
section.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's soft. It's delicious. And I'm a big broccoli cheddar guy. Get the bread bowl. I think that's a really good pick. Really good.
I haven't done the broccoli cheddar bread bowl in a minute because I think when they put their calories started, that became like standard to put the calories on it. It was like 1,400 calories.
That's a fat boy meal. It's a fat boy meal
it's
for
a
sure.
day's worth of food. And they're like, if you want to, feel a little skinny, get the half sandwich and the bread bowl. That's like 2,200 calories. So, but yeah, I think Panera is great. So happy to have it here.
Great ambiance and decor, as our guy Marshall Ongling said. Like I think the one by me has like a fake fireplace in it. Sometimes I'll go to work there. Like I'll work instead of working at home. I'll go just get the Wi-Fi and get something nice. Good they have like all the coffees and shit like that, which is nice.
Not bad coffee either.
Yeah, it's great in the morning. Like
They had
early morning, like 7 a.m. You go in there, get a coffee and a little banana bread slice. You're fucking good for the day.
They had like an unlimited coffee plan where it was like $5 and you get it for the whole month or something. And I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm just going to hammer this deal. The day I got it, the next day was literally the day the pandemic shut everything down. I'm like, that is a bad beat for Panera.
They stole your $5.
All right,
Trent, you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. It's just whatever.
No,
Panera's
it
whatever.
is not. You
Yeah,
can
it's
get
right.
anything
He's-
there.
I know. It's just whatever.
My only thing with Panera would have been, is it fast food?
It has a drive-through.
Drive-through, yeah, it's fast
Okay.
food.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Panera with a drive-through. It was probably my
I would
biggest
say
thing.
most of them.
I'll
do.
take you to Randall Road sometime.
Everything just. Never mind.
What? Everything what? Speak your mind.
It's all right.
Yeah, coward.
Nah, he's
Speak
afraid
your
to get
truth,
internet
Eddie.
pulled.
Yeah, Eddie, let it out.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's your podcast.
Yeah, it's all right. Trent.
Okay. I think I'm going to get hate for this, and I hate those people if they decide to do that. I'm going to go with Burger King. I really love Burger King, and for whatever reason, people think it's like the shittier younger brother of McDonald's, which I get. McDonald's is the king. They're the GOAT. But one of the main reasons I love Burger King is because of the rodeo burger. I don't know who in the house has had a rodeo burger, but it is one of the greatest burgers ever to exist. And I remember even when it came out. Do you guys remember the movie Small Soldiers?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That movie was awesome.
Bro, it was the rodeo burger. I'm pretty sure was like a promotional part of the small soldiers rollout, and the rodeo burger was so good that they've just kept it there. And it's one of those things that I don't even know if it's on the menu anymore, but if you ask for a rodeo burger, you will get one. And what it is it's a burger, it's a cheeseburger with onion rings and barbecue sauce, and it is so fucking good. So
Trent,
Burger King is my pick.
Trent, here's the problem.
Please.
Here's the problem. It's fucking awesome, and they don't market it.
I know.
It's the craziest thing that they do. They are idiots over there. Because you're right. I co-sign this pick. The rodeo burger, at least, it's awesome.
You've been shit talking Burger King a lot lately. I feel
it's
like.
horrible.
Okay.
They
It's
completely
bad.
gutted it. They ruined it. I think it sucks.
Well, the fries stink. They were better when I was a kid, but now they're garbage.
Correct.
But they do have pretty good onion rings. And the onion rings dipping sauce is really good.
Yep,
so
true.
if you substitute the onion rings for the fries, you're good.
The old Crown chicken tenders were way better, too. When we were
Yeah, I
kids.
agree with that.
Those were, yeah.
I like the French toast sticks that you could dip into the
Yeah.
syrup when you were a kid.
Those are really good. They give out paper crowns. Love those.
Yep,
I mean,
yep,
that's
yep,
not,
yep,
I don't know if you
yep.
can factor that in or not, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do think, and Ed, that you're right. If the people there would just market the rodeo burger, make that the marquee item. Just be like, come here and eat a rodeo burger. I don't know what their stock price is, but it would triple by the end of the day if they ever made that announcement.
When I was a kid, that was my number one fast food. I would get a Whopper Jr. on the way back from like hockey practice. They got my order wrong so many times in a row that my dad gave them a lifetime probation in my family. I have not been back since 1996. So
Wow.
it was just like he was frustrated in the drive-through, and I like piped up. I'm like, I can't remember what I was like. I didn't like onions back then, so I'm like, they could put onions. He's like, that's it, they're banned, and I've honored that. There will be times when we're at a rest stop, and it's like the only real option is Burger King. I'll just go hungry because my dad banned.
Will you
them in
try a
96.
rodeo burger?
I can't.
Out of
Text your
principle,
dad.
you
Be
can't.
like, Dad, can I unban Burger King to try a rodeo burger?
Dude, I'll ask.
Text him.
I'll
Just
ask.
try
him.
it.
Oh, live?
All right.
Yeah, do it live on the pod.
Yeah,
Come on, I got to
yeah.
see this, Chief.
All right.
Or get a McDonald's, get McDonald's one time and sneak a rodeo burger in a McDonald's wrapper, and he'll be like, "Whoa,
Yeah, I could
how
do
good
that
is this?"
What
You'd be
should I
like, "You
say?
just
The
ate
boys
burger."
are asking if you'll unban Burger King.
Just to try a rodeo burger. So I can try the rodeo burger.
The rodeo burger is like, do you remember like Steve Smith on those Carolina Panther teams that had like nobody and he was the only guy, like the quarterback sucked, everyone sucked?
Yeah.
That's what Steve Smith is. He's the rodeo burger, just trying to fucking win games by himself, basically.
The only beef that I have with my own pick, I guess, is that they made the rodeo burger. They made it smaller, and I need them to go back to the regular size one. Maybe it's just that I've grown up and I've gotten larger, but I think that they made the rodeo burger smaller. If they would go back to just make it the size of a Whopper, I don't care. Make it a normal size burger, and now we're really cooking with gas.
Whoppers are legit too.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
I'll always hold it against him for getting rid of the king. Those freaky commercials, I love them when he got
why
into the
did they
NFL
do
games
that?
and he was making highlight reel catches and shit. I love the king.
Was he a Super Bowl commercial at one point?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Probably.
He was. He had
I
to
think
have been.
so.
He was like a
Yeah, they gotta
celebrity.
bring him
He
back.
can't. There was that. I think it was a Mayweather fight where in his entourage
that's
it was
what it-
Justin Bieber and the King.
Yeah.
Was
It was.
They probably paid him fucking millions so he could walk
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All
right.
Did he
Dave.
get canceled? The king?
No.
How can a fake character?
No, people.
Maybe he was like touching little boys or something. I don't know.
No, people just thought he was creepy. Are you pro or con this pick though, Clem?
So I thought this is kind of like an Arby's too, where I feel like Burger King gets a lot of hate on the internet, but I do feel like a lot of it is justly deserved. It was a fucking beast when we were kids, and I feel like the quality is. Listen to this: a fucking Burger King burger, that flame grilled taste or whatever they call it,
Broiled.
flame broiled taste is incredible. I feel like now when you go there, it just tastes like a chemical spray on. Because I went somewhat recently with my kids. But you know what? I gave them fucking couple paper crowns, and they were like, "This is the greatest place ever." They were over the moon.
All right, White Sox Dave, you're up.
I'm going with my favorite sandwich shop, one that I would have no problem eating if I weren't a healthy freak at this point. I'm going with Potbelly. The Wreck with hot jardinere is my favorite fast food hot sandwich on planet Earth. It is fucking awesome. And people be like, "Oh, deli sandwich isn't supposed to be hot." Fuck that, it can be. Like, I know you gabagools out in New York, like a hot chicken parm sandwich that's hot.
Oh,
And but Potbelly, the wreck with hot jardinere, give it to me all day. I love it.
Potbelly's solid.
I think
I haven't thought about Potbellies in a long time.
I'm not really
I
a
do really
Potbelly
like
guy.
Potbelly.
I
like Potbelly.
I think it's just like there's less of them, but in the other like national chains, if you try to draft Subway, I'll fucking like look at you in disgust. However, Potbelly blows it out of the water in every facet of the game. 5-tool player. I shouldn't say that. Their cookies are good though. Their cookies are very good.
You just don't see too many of them. Yeah, I feel like you don't
Their
see a
milkshakes
Potbelly
are
everywhere.
good too.
Their milkshakes are excellent. You get the little
Yeah.
cookie on the straw.
Yeah.
I looked it up and I was like, I wonder how many locations.
Like 445.
443. That
Yeah.
surprised me.
You thought it'd be less?
I thought it'd be less. Yeah.
I Googled it to make sure because I wasn't positive either. But Potbellies, I love Potbellies. Their hot jardinere, I know that means nothing to you guys, but their hot jardinere, I think is as good as any out there. Like even like
That means something to me.
mom and pop.
I mean,
Yeah, you have enough Chicago in you.
Bro, I whenever I can, I get Portillo's and I put as much stuff on it as I can. And I love that. So yeah, that does mean something to me.
what were you gonna say, Clem?
Something about Potbellies, the name, the like smell when you're in there, the menu, it just always makes me hungry. Like when I'm going to Potbellies, I'm fucking famished by the time I get my sandwich. I'm ready to tear into it. And I haven't been to a bunch. Was that the one that was right next to the old to the current office, Trent? Was that a Potbelly there?
There is one
Yes.
right there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not there
Closed
anymore.
down. Yeah, but that was very good.
I don't know if they
They have like
Sorry, Clem, go ahead.
no, I was saying they have like solid kettle chips there too, right? They sell
Yeah.
like Joe's or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say when we had one down Randall Road again.
He loves the Randall Road.
I do. Well, it's like all those places in my mind are always on that one road.
I know exactly what you're talking about, which
but
makes
they
me
used
mad.
to have in the Potbellies there. That was the closest one to me. They would often have a guy like up on like a weird stage playing acoustic guitar. Like I don't know if that's still
Oh
a
yeah, they
thing
do that there sometimes.
Do they
yeah.
still do that?
I mean, I don't go in often anymore. But
it's like what's
yeah,
your what's your
they've had 'em,
gig?
yeah.
My gig is I'm playing the Potbellies today. Like that's I don't know. I just thought that was kind of odd and funny.
All right, Dave, kick off the fourth round.
Steak and Shake.
Do they have 100 locations?
Per this list, they have 185 units.
All right, that works.
Wait, I lied. 409 units. I read
Whoa,
the wrong.
I'm stunned by that.
Let me double check that.
I want Steak and Shake on the board, so I don't even care if it has
5. This one says 550. So it's
And this is one that people will argue, but it has a drive-through. And recently, they got rid of the waiter and waitress, and you go up and you order yourself.
I thought it was always kind of like a combo because I grew up across the street, down the street from one, and it was like a post Friday night hangout when we were 16.
No, it was always a waiter or waitress.
I've only ever had a drive-through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was a 24-hour place, kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah,
like
it was late night place.
And
Yeah,
they had like the shoestring fry kind of. Their fries I thought were very good.
their milkshakes.
I don't know if I've ever had
Oh man,
one of
dude,
the.
you get a fat burger and a
they're such a
milkshake,
good-
and you're putting like 40,000 calories into you at like 2 a.m. after
Skinny
boozing in high
ass
school.
fries.
Those skinny fries are good. I love Steak and Shake, but I've never had. I don't know if I've ever had it like perfectly sober though.
Well, we would go there after football games in high school. I remember a buddy of mine. Someone said something funny, and one kid laughed so hard he puked all over our starting quarterback. He just puked all over him.
You guys got anything on Steak and Shake?
I haven't had it in over a decade, so I really don't have any
I haven't
sort of
had it in a
strong
minute
opinion
either.
on it. It's been so long. I have no strong opinion on it.
It's legit.
So
It's
I
good, yeah.
had it. I had my parents have a place down in Florida, and we went to it. I mean, honestly, it's been around for a while, right? Because I'm saying like this is like 30 years ago, and we had never heard of Steak and Shake up here in New York, and we're like, oh, let's try the Steak and Shake out, having no idea what they were selling. We figured we got a steak and a shake. Turns out it's a burger joint. It's the only time I've ever had Steak and Shake, and I just remember being like, holy fuck. That place is magic. So I almost don't want to go back. It was like the perfect experience I've ever had. And I didn't know how big it was. It's on my list and it was like a question mark. Like, is that really a thing? And I was like, I was going to take it. Not really. It was almost like based on that one experience, it's almost not fair. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it was the perfect meal. And I almost just want to live with Steak and Shake having like a perfect 10 in my mind.
I was under the impression that this was a chain that was like dwindling in numbers.
I think they were dying, and that's why they changed up their format.
They
Okay.
fuck the one across the street from me closed and turned into a Culver's. God damn it!
That's
were-
an upgrade though.
They were
Yeah.
dying pretty hard.
Okay. But it is good.
I think that's probably why they cut the waiter or waitress.
That's
right?
what I said. Yeah, because you just go up to a kiosk and then
And take care of it.
Number 43.
Fucking AI, right, Clem? Taking all
AI.
the hard-working blue-collar jobs from us.
You know who's responsible for it?
I mean, I don't know if I can attribute this to him and his people, but I will anyways.
It's the people on the coasts in their technology.
Yeah, the
just
coastal elites.
taken away.
Yeah.
The coastal
Tons of
elites
bitches.
like Clem.
Trent, you're up.
All right. I like this place, so I'm going to pick it. KFC.
I think it's a good pick.
A pick that, some people are probably going to disagree with, but it's another thing. It's almost like the Burger King pick where the famous bowl at KFC is enough to carry the torch and be so delicious that I think it is worthy of a pick because I'll tell you what, I love me a good famous bowl. Dave, why are you smiling?
Because I like it. And it goes against
Okay.
like shit I typically eat, but it's just like a hodgepodge of food, and I'll shovel every ounce of it into my mouth
Now we're
in
talking.
like 4 bites. What is
There's
it? Mashed
really,
potatoes,
it's not the
corn, cheese, like chicken, like nibble fried chicken bite things. What else?
and
is
gravy.
It? And gravy. Yeah, it's so bad,
Dude.
But it's so
It's
good.
it's horrific. Like if you're talking calories, I don't even know if
I don't
they
wanna
might
know.
legally have to, but it's probably like 2,300 calories for a famous bowl. I don't care. I love them.
It's so good.
Trent, I love how you're just sticking to like your guns about I want to feel like a piece of shit. Like your whole board, you have the piece of shit board.
Go an inch, go a mile.
Dude, that's what a fast food is to me. And
Yeah.
again, you picture the road. I guess it's Randall Road for you. I think for me, it's Blair's Ferry in Cedar Rapids. You go down that road and you can
Everything is
pick
there.
the most disgusting meal possible. And that's what I'm looking for in my fast food. And KFC definitely is.
I think Chief's gonna put out a T-shirt with just like a road with different like fast
Locations.
food locations
Yeah.
on
Road
it
might be
that says
Chief's Taylor
Randall
Ham.
Road.
Yeah, it's starting to be. Yeah.
I swear to God, he
I mentioned it
every-
recently too because it was like the traffic one. So-
I've been down, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have a friend who lives in Huntley, and I.
oh
there
yeah,
you go.
it's
And
the
it's-
northern
goes
edge.
up there.
Yeah.
That's
Did you ever go to the paintball thing on Randall Road? It's at Roosevelt and Randall, I believe.
Nah, it's not there anymore.
We used to go there in high school. Just
KFC
blast
is
people.
almost on my I think it's kind of on my banned list.
What happened? Do you have diarrhea from it, Ed?
What?
No, I don't get it. Like I like never get it ever. But it's 9 out of 10 locations are trash. That's a big problem.
You are going to feel so bad after you eat KFC. I mean, it's just the way that it is.
They haven't they had the spice recipe like under lock and key for like 100 years.
Yeah,
though,
but
too?
like the thing is, if they had a good look, if their locations were more consistent, it would get the steam that some of the other chicken chains get that I'm not going to name.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just so inconsistent. They have good stuff. They just don't make anything consistently.
I feel like I've only had it a few times in my life, but I remember having like the popcorn chicken, and I did like that.
Yeah, it's
popcorn
awesome.
chicken's good.
That's what's in the
Biscuits there are good. The biscuits are very good.
What's it called, Trent?
Great.
What's the bowl called?
The famous bowl.
The famous bowl. They put the popcorn chicken into the
the
mashed
bowl.
potatoes, gravy, cheese, and corn.
Yeah, they do.
It's like what? It's just
Yeah,
it's like basically what you do on Thanksgiving, except with fried chicken.
because the Chicken Littles are
That's
fire
right.
too.
Clem, what do you think of KFC? You in or out?
I'm a fan. There's one not far from me. Back when I was on keto too, I would go there and I'd rip the skin off, maybe have a little bite or so, need to get that taste, but you just eat the fucking chicken. And it was pretty, I lost weight on it. By the way, the lowest I've been in years was fucking February 2020. That fucking pandemic. God damn it. I hate the pandemic. The third time I brought it up today. But innovators of the fucking game. We've talked popcorn
Yeah.
chicken. We're talking about the famous bowl. The Double Down Boys, when
Yeah.
that thing came out, it was just like, God bless the Colonel wherever he is right now, because he's smiling down watching Americans shovel that shit into their mouths. And I think it's great, man. God bless it. Those spices and seasonings or whatever they did, the man hit perfection with it. I'm just gonna give one big strike. Getting rid of those potato wedges was one of the dumbest decisions in the history of mankind. Not fast food mankind. Mankind.
Ooh, see, I think their
Totally
new fries
agree.
are better.
What?
What?
Yeah, I think their new fries are better. But to each their own. I know the potato wedges were a big deal to people.
I would also say if I'm giving another strike against my own pick, it was always like when we were heavy in the blog game, it was the one place where it was always like they found a rat in the fryer. It felt like that was the story. Every couple months, it was like they found animal parts that aren't chicken in the fryer.
Damn
but again, it's not going to steer me away from
I got
KFC.
a bucket and there are maggots at the bottom.
That
Right.
ruined, like I can't eat KFC anymore after even hearing you say
That's
that.
what I mean, though. Like, there's just something about the consistency. But when they're fucking clicking on all cylinders, it's good.
I mean, but that's a pretty big variance.
Yes.
Maggots and rats is,
Yes.
that's
How
tough.
familiar are you with West Chicago, Illinois?
It's a train stop.
Right
on
before
in
you.
the metro.
It's a shit little town, and that's where the closest KFC to me growing up was, and you didn't go to that KFC. Like, it was the West Chicago KFC, and it was like notorious for being disgusting. It was a combo with Taco Bell. I feel like they do that a lot.
The combos
They do.
are always
Yeah,
terrible,
the yum.
too.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
Trent
think that's what it
united the
is.
combo on his graphic. Did you unite him?
he
You have
did.
Taco Bell and KFC?
He did.
Oh, I did.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I like that.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I think that Ed's correct. If
Yeah.
it's a Taco Bell KFC combo, don't go there. But if it's just KFC on its own standing location, then you should be okay.
sometimes.
I'll still go to a Taco Bell that's connected to a KFC.
KFC connected to Taco Bell though?
Probably not.
They're using the same ingredients.
Chief, you're up.
All right, I'm taking this one for one item and one item only. I'm taking the Blizzard. I'm taking Dairy Queen. I think that is like the best fast food
Why?
dessert that you can get. What?
They got much more than
That's the only thing I get there. There are other fast food places that do the food that they do a lot better, but nobody can beat that Blizzard. I love the Blizzard. I'll do the M&M or I'll do the Reese's peanut butter cup Blizzards. I think that is if you're gonna have a dessert on your board, that's to me like the only one worth getting. So Dairy Queen it is. I feel like they've got good chicken tenders too, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that them or is that Orange Julius? Isn't it different? I don't know. Whatever.
DQ has good chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Do they? I've never got anything other than
This is up Trent's alley because this is like Iowa rest stop, like city is Dairy Queens like this.
100%. I've gotten so much Dairy Queen in my childhood, and it is for the Blizzard. You get a Reese's, or I'm a big Heath Bar guy, so I'll get a Heath Bar Blizzard or a cookie dough Blizzard. The Blizzard is the top of the ice cream fast food game for sure.
Yeah. That was like the for me when I moved into my new place. I'm a block off of this street called Southport. At the north end of Southport is a Dairy Queen, and like at the south end is a Jenny's ice cream. It's a problem. It's a
if I was
problem. No matter if you're walking north or south, it's just it's ice cream city.
I used to live right by one when I lived in Lincoln Park, and I don't like you. I think all their ice cream's pretty good. If you want to just keep it nice and simple, go with Dilly Bar. You know, perfect little one-hit quit. I would go peanut butter parfait, but I would have them use chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Interesting.
I like Dairy Queen.
Shout out to the Queen.
You said it like the rest of their menu stinks. I think their whole menu's good.
I mean, I've had the chicken tenders. I think the fries are fine.
I'm talking their
they
ice
got
cream.
the flamethrower burger, I think it is.
I've never had that.
That's what it's
If I'm
called,
going
Trent?
there, I'm going there for ice cream.
Yeah,
if
right.
if I'm going, and I'm only,
Yeah, I mean, it's
and I'm only going for ice cream. If I'm like hungry, I'll go somewhere else.
I will say I haven't dabbled much in the food menu at DQ. It is, for me and my family, it was always an ice cream place.
All right, it's to me. Going diverse again, but not intentionally, just because this is where my big board lies, and I don't know how this will go over, but I think Wingstop's sensational.
Is that fast food?
You order at the counter. I get the debate, and if you want to like
It's fast
talk
food.
it out, we could talk it out. But you order
It's like
at the
Chipotle.
counter. It's probably takes as long as Shake Shack. I don't know, right? Maybe. But you order at the counter.
Okay.
That's my only debate. And you pick
it's
up the
fast
tray.
food. It's fast food.
I don't know if you guys.
I don't know if I've ever been to a Wingstop, so I can't speak to whether it's fast food or not.
I've driven by them. I don't know if I've ever had
Clem
it.
anything.
I used to have one, I think, in Astoria, and I think it's fair. Like, you could probably call it, you order at the counter. Like, I'm not going to veto it. And I think having a wing Like it's probably the only Wingstop, the only wing fast food joint out there, right?
I think it is.
Pretty much.
How does it compare just quality wise to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I think it beats the brakes off of
Okay.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right.
If I want chicken wings, I'm spending money on chicken wings like pizza. I'd rather spend, $30 and do it right than $7 and get them from. I think Wingstop is fucking terrible. Terrible.
I completely disagree. I don't eat their full wing, to be clear.
You just do the boneless?
I just do the boneless, and their boneless is good. They got a bunch of sauces. Their fries are good. Yeah, Wingstop.
That's where it lies. The sauces at a wing place, I think, for
Yeah.
the most part. So if their sauces are good, it's been a while since I've been there. But so you don't do the wings at all. You just do straight boneless, nothing else.
I do boneless, yeah.
Okay.
Specifically their tenders, which are phenomenal.
By the way, when we say, do they have a good chicken tender? No such thing as a bad chicken tender, fellas. Tell me a place that has bad chicken tenders. You can't, because it's a fucking elite food, the greatest food in the world. Chief, don't you say any? I feel like Chief has an answer for me, and I don't want to get.
No, I was trying to think if I could. I mean, there's a variance.
There's excellent chicken tenders.
Yeah.
And
like
then
those
there's
Culver's.
good.
Clem, I want to take you to Culver's now. You got to try these chicken tenders.
I'm going on the next flight out, boys.
Right.
I might move
They're
to Chicago now.
5-star
That's good enough.
A1 high quality chicken tenders, and it's like a drive-in fast food place. It's fan-fucking-tastic, Clem.
Clem, you're up.
All right, so this one's a little different here, but I have to respect it because it's always there for you. Gets you through the days as a parent when you just need a drive-through for both yourself and to shut the little munchkins up in the back. Sped the word munchkins, kind of gave away my pick here. I'm going Dunkin' Donuts, whatever you want to call it. I just like having a place that gets me coffee, gets me iced coffee. You get your donuts, you get your munchkins, which are great. They have some interesting like little food items. Like they had the stuff. They had like a egg and cheese in like a little like almost like a bagel bite kind of a thing. You have bagels, the muffins. I'm a big fan of. I just like having Dunkin' as an option. I couldn't just ignore it there. And great sponsor with the Dunkin' Awards. Shout out the Dunkin' Awards. Anyone who picks us apart should have to answer to our new boss, I'd say.
I think their donuts are great. They're just those really good cake donuts. And they also at one point, I don't know if they sell it anymore. They sold bacon coated in sugar, which I wouldn't personally get. I don't get it, but I think they're brave to put out bacon covered in sugar, and I respect them for that. But their coffee's not great. The donuts are good. I like Dunkin'.
Yeah, I like the coffee. I like the munchkins, and I actually like their bagels. Sneaky.
I have a little bit of a bone to pick. I'm like Trent here. I'm going to sewer my own pick a little bit. I don't have any French crullers available by me, and I don't know if they just took them off the menu. It's like one of my favorite donuts in the world, and I'm just so sad that they're gone. So I don't know if you guys have them out there, but it's just a hole in my life ever since they just disappeared one day.
Tough. All right, Clem, 5th round. Here we go. 5 picks left.
Ooh, okay, back to me. I go a lot of different ways here. Shit.
Serious thought.
Yeah, there's two. They're neck and neck, and they couldn't be more different if I tried. I'm going off of that last pick there. And I'll go Boston Market.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
You didn't see that coming.
No.
Anytime I take place that have vegetables, that is shocked. That
No, just like, just didn't see it coming.
What do you get there, Clem?
So we'll usually get like I went with my family growing up, and we get the rotisserie chicken meal. You get that fucking cornbread that is just delightful. The mac and cheese is, I mean, one of the best, if not the best, in the game in terms of for fast food. And it's like they have like nice sandwiches. They have, I think, roast beef and stuff like that. There's so many different options. But I just love, like, when you go to Boston Market, and I'm looking at my board here, it's a lot of stuff that isn't your traditional, like Five Guys is weighing me down with the fried stuff and everything. But all the other stuff, you could kind of get like a decent meal and not feel like absolute death by the end of it. And I don't know, man, just something about that rotisserie chicken growing up. I just love me some Boston Market.
All right, so I love the rotisserie chicken. I think we like years ago we did an underrated draft. I took rotisserie chicken. I won't get it from Boston Market necessarily, but I love a rotisserie chicken. I think everything else on their menu that you mentioned, I think their mac and cheese stinks. I love mashed potatoes. It's one of my favorite foods in the world. I hate their mashed potatoes. So I think I'm very down on the Boston Market.
What about the cornbread, Chief? You don't like the cornbread? Tell me you don't like the cornbread.
Clem, I love cornbread. I
thank God. Thank God,
love cornbread. I love all sorts of cornbread. That's like one of those things where if I'm at the grocery store and I accidentally find myself in like the bakery aisle and they have like there's the Whole Foods by my house. If they have like a nice looking cornbread, it ends up in my cart often. Love cornbread.
I think it's a solid pick, though, Clem. It's another one of those, like Arby's, I think gets a little bit more hate just because it's an easy joke to get off. And if people gave it more of a shot, they'd appreciate the Boston.
I didn't realize there was a lot of hate on the Boston market here, but good to know. Those people are no longer my friends.
They have drive-through.
I'm sure in some places. Yeah, they knocked one down by my house, and it did have a drive-through.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was like a sit-down Chili's type place.
No.
I have never been there. I don't think.
All right.
Add it to the list. We're gonna go there.
There's
as well.
one not far. There's one by you. It's off Ashland.
Yeah.
Ashland and
Yeah,
Diversey.
by the grocery store there.
Yeah.
By your Italian place,
Yes.
the gondola.
Right there.
All right, it's to me. A lot of people will shit on this place too, but it's one of those things where it's such a need for society, and it's you want to talk about there for you. This is there for you. I believe it's the OG as well, and it's White Castle. I'm taking White Castle.
That's
man.
another like culty one.
It's Square Burger too.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure it's the OG. I think it predates McDonald's.
Really?
Yes, I believe.
Really?
It does. Yes.
That's like a Midwest chain originally too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
But there were none around me.
Correct.
I don't think White Castle was within like 300 miles of me where I grew up.
Really.
I never saw them.
Founded in 1921 in Kansas. Wow.
Yes.
Did not see that coming, which was 19 years a precursor to McDonald's. So it definitely beat Mickey D's to market for sure, Ed. Good call.
There's something about like, you're drinking or whatever, and your buddies. I still remember my buddy's dad would just roll down with a Crave case, and like that's just something that gets the boys fucking going.
I thought White Castle was absolutely fucking disgusting when I was a kid growing up. I wouldn't go near the place. Someone brought a Crave case to a White Sox tailgate like a year ago. I must have had a dozen of those fucking things, and they were perfect.
Dude.
The onions in it,
Yes.
they were. I was like, what the fuck have I been missing out on?
Yeah, it's great.
On the
brought
ball
it-
scale, how drunk were you? 1 to 5 balls. How drunk were you?
5.
12 balls.
See, that's the thing. White Castle, there's two things. I've had it drunk and I've had it sober, and they're two very, very different experiences. But I do think there's a place for that in society. I'm not,
Oh, yeah,
killing
definitely.
it.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy
I
to have
just-
it. Sorry, Trent.
I also do love just a mini burger that I can just slam a bunch of them. Like every other place, you get one, you get a Whopper, you get a Big Mac or whatever. I like a burger, a slider that you can just hammer like 4 or 5 of them and no problem.
Yeah, and it gets a bad rap because everyone's like, "Oh, it slides in and out of you." That's why they call it a slider. But it's like, hey, wait a minute. Was it because of the burger? Or was it because you had fucking 24 beers? And I think it's the latter. And that's the problem. They've been getting all this bad press because of people shitting their pants. It's like, no, it's because you're mixing this beer and all this
With
liquor
gallons
with it.
of alcohol.
Stop blaming White Castle. It's your fault for what you were doing before White Castle.
And even if you do have the shits the next day, that's just an occupational hazard of getting drunk. You assume
Yeah.
you're going to have the shits.
Yes.
So whether or not, like, did the sandwich taste good or did it not taste good?
yeah.
Take the shit away from it.
It's
Take the
always
diarrhea
fresh
away
because
from
it's
it.
made to order because the burgers are so small and thin, so they just toss it on right there in the drive-thru, and it's cooked in seconds.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
Brave case is A+ marketing. Makes you just want to hammer a
How-
fucking
is it
case,
40?
right?
I think it's 30.
30?
Yeah. And then I got the Crave Crate. I think it's 50.
Oh my god.
Any
Fellas-
any place that'll throw 50 burgers at you, I'm in.
In a matter of seconds.
Why aren't they sponsoring Rico?
Yeah.
They should be
Good
sponsoring
point.
For
Rico.
real.
Yeah.
I have to say this though, criticism. I don't like default onions on burgers. I'm not an onion guy personally, so it's like I hate having to ask for it without onion. But
Fair.
it is a thing. I think all burgers should be plain until told otherwise. But
That's
that's
fair.
just me.
Chief.
I'll go with a sub place here too. I love Jersey Mike's. I don't know what the perception of it is. I feel like it doesn't get talked about very much, but I like the Mike's Way. I like the oils. I like all the, what do you call it, accoutrement, all the little stuff that they do. I think the ingredients are good. I think it's actually better than Jimmy John's. If you gave me a Jersey Mike's or a Jimmy John's, I would take a Jersey Mike's.
I would agree with that. I think people just know it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Like there's nothing really to talk about other than that.
It's all right.
The Mike's
I like
Way.
Jimmy better.
Do you? You
Yeah,
don't like
but I
the
don't
oil,
mind-
the oil and the vinegar
Dude,
on there?
I like my bun soaked with it.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think it's solid.
Anyway,
I'm not
yeah.
hating on it.
I think Jimmy John's bread is better than Jersey Mike's.
Easy.
But
They get rid of it every
Agreed.
day, right? Kind of like Graziano.
I
Or they
don't.
say they do. Isn't that part of the marketing?
I don't know if I ever closed at Jimmy John's when I worked there, but I remember they bake it there.
That was their thing.
Yeah.
That was their thing, right?
You guys you're in on this, Trent, right?
Big time. Yeah, I like Jersey Mike's. Just a real solid pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a solid sub.
I like the beach vibes you get in there. Who doesn't like going to the beach, right? So
Yeah.
I like that. And my parents randomly have in the last few years, they have a thing where they try different cheesesteaks whenever they go places. And my parents are like, just so you know, Jersey Mike's currently has the crown. I guess they got Chipotle cheesesteak, and their minds are blown by it, or I don't know which one of the chicken, the Chipotle, something like that. And they are just like they discovered they walked on the moon or something. Like Jimmy John, the Jersey Mike's cheesesteak is out of this world. You have to try it. So shout out to that.
This is it. Trent, you're up.
All right. Dave, I felt like you and I connected on the Famous Bowl at KFC. That felt like I saw a look in your eye.
Yeah,
You saw a look in
there was a
my
little
eye. We had a
twinkle.
really nice connection. That's all going to go away because my fifth pick is Subway. I love Subway. I really do. I love the smell inside. I like the meatball sub. I've grown up on Subway. We all have. It's about as American as McDonald's at this point. I actually think it's the number one in terms of number of locations
It
across
is.
the
It is.
country
I have
or
it
the
up
world.
right now.
It is. I just like it, and the sub places that you guys named were good. Jimmy John's is good. Jersey Mike's is good. I think Subway is also good. I will get it, and if it's around, I will eat it. I like Subway.
I was hoping I could catch Chief in a trap, trashing Arby's earlier. So I Googled or searched on Twitter at Barstool Chief Arby's, hoping he was just trashing it at one point. And I found a couple of Subway, and you had a tweet about Subway. You're like, how is so there's about 25,000 global Subway locations compared to about 14 for McDonald's 1,000. And you had a great point. You're like, how does Subway have so many locations when I don't know a single person who goes there aside from Trent?
Aside from Trent. Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you're both against me.
I don't like Subway. It's also like
disgusting, Trent. Come on.
I don't know
It's terrible.
how many places that if it's attached to a gas station for many locations that it's going
Also
to be
true.
high quality.
And
You guys are snobs.
No
This is
offense to
fa-
Casey's.
I was gonna say now you're fighting words.
I was thinking of taking Casey's next, but that'd be. I'm not going to do it.
I
And
think
golf is stupid.
I
Like,
like Casey's. Casey's,
All right.
they're not part of that discussion. But Subway stinks.
It's so bad.
It
Trent.
doesn't stink. It really doesn't.
I'll say
You
this:
guys-
it smells good.
But
It
it
doesn't taste good though.
Yeah, but it's like so that was like the Subway, they bake the bread in like those rubber fucking trays. Jimmy John's didn't do that. They have it just on like a little sheet of baking paper. But
And I'd be remiss not to talk about their old, spokesman.
yeah, that's tough too.
Yeah.
All right, don't put that on me. You cannot put that as a part of. I didn't.
Very much am putting that on you.
Oh.
It was all your fault. You enabled that behavior.
Ken Jack's
That's
gonna put it on the
crazy.
graphic. Ken Jack, put him on the graphic. Put you know who on the graphic.
Ken Jack,
or something.
don't do that because
No,
I don't
do
want to
that.
have the
Do that.
graphic taken down.
Do
It's
because-
a
that.
new bar stool.
Yeah, put
It's new Barstool. We're
Yeah.
doing it.
Listen, I said at the beginning, and I have stuck true to it, that I want to feel like garbage after I eat these things. I don't give a fuck about how they make it and what the ingredients are like. And oh my gosh, is it freshly picked? Is it grown? Are the chickens are they free range chickens? I don't give a fuck. I want to eat something that I think tastes good, and I don't care how I feel afterwards.
Don't
You want
do
those-
the free range.
You want those
What-
chickens suffering so you can enjoy your sandwich later on.
All right, if we want to, let's look through every restaurant that we've drafted here today and make sure that they're all on the scale and they're all on the level that everything is fine. That's crazy talk.
Don't give me the free range chicken. They had tuna that didn't have any tuna in it. There was no fucking tuna in their tuna sandwiches.
All I know is that Dave is sounding like a real lib right now, and that's all I can say.
Those are fighting words, Trent.
I was looking at my list before Trent's pick, and literally the last thing on the list was Subway, and I thought in my head, we are so close to this getting undrafted, and I'm so happy because Subway sucks so fucking much. And then my beloved Trent draft Subway. Actually put Jared on the graphic, Ken Jack, and put Trent's face on his face.
Yeah, superimpose it.
Well, then I'm gonna lawyer up. I'm lawyering up if that happens.
Lawyering up.
I think
pick, Subway.
Subway's fucking gross.
The 24th pick. Yeah.
I'd
Well, I
rather
don't care.
starve to death and get shot in the face and waterboarded all simultaneously than eat Subway.
That
That's
sounds
a board
awesome.
killer. That's a board killer. I think.
Did you get any support? Sorry, I went to the bathroom. during
Zero.
that.
None. I got none, and I do not care.
Ed, you want to
Ed?
support him?
Listen, it's disgusting.
It's just
But like, listen, people like it. People eat it. It has its place.
Most locations in the world,
Yeah,
folks.
I don't know. I'm intrigued now. They're going to start slicing fresh.
This might be like slicing what fresh?
That's
the
like
meat?
the new thing. Yeah.
yeah, because they just get it pre-sliced.
because they're
and
getting
shipped.
hammered. Right
Yeah.
now. Like they're closing like crazy. Like,
Do you think
numbers
that-
This
are
one,
down.
Do you
they've
think that
closed
Subway is
1,100
like a mattress
year over
firm
year.
where it's like a money
Yes.
laundering scheme? Because that's
Yes.
the only way it makes sense that they have all this money and all these locations
No.
and no customers.
So what I read, they have a super low franchise.
No
fee.
customers. Haters. You guys are haters.
yeah, that is
It's
true. It's the lowest barrier to entry in terms of like the franchising fee. So
Yeah.
like most places are like $25,000.
And that's why
They're
Subway,
like $2,000.
instead
Oh,
of like
sounds like an they're motivating entrepreneurs, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so they can still serve tuna fish without any tuna inside.
No,
It's just
hold
fucking
on, hold
pencil
on, hold on.
shavings with
You-
juice on it.
Now,
What?
I am.
shavings with juice.
I do come from means, and I have a lot of money. I don't even know why I work here, to be honest. I could scrounge up $2,000 to buy a Subway. Do I have to use their menu, or can I just use like the name Subway and make it all my shit?
That's a good question.
Because I would do that.
You know what it is? It's a real life Los Pollos Hermanos. They probably just
That's-
cycle
Yeah.
meth
Yeah.
and probably,
Yeah,
there's
that's exactly
so
what
if
it
we if we scrounge this up, Dave, do we then get in the meth game? Because I'm fucking down.
Oh, I
I'm
would
looking
love to
make
get in
some
the
money.
meth game. I would absolutely love to get in the meth game. But I
I'm
always
not
had the
cut out
theory
for the
that a
meth
bunch
game.
of scumbag Europeaners or something just eat the shit up. And there's just like one every corner there, and people love it over there. That was always my theory, because I don't know anybody who likes that place.
Other than
Did you
Trent.
say Europeaners?
What else would it be?
Europeans?
Europeans.
If you're a person, like if you're like groups of people from Europe, like Europeaners,
Yeah,
Europeans,
you're the European goer.
Europeans.
Europeaners, Europeaners. I think I
sound
could
like,
be right
you sound
too.
like an
though.
American are saying that.
I think I could be right.
You can't. That's not it. Nope.
Europeaner.
All right, Mr. Irrelevant, White Sox Dave.
Popeyes. Love that chicken sandwich. It's great. That's my one gripe with, we were just said it earlier with Chick-fil-A, is that like at Popeyes, you're getting a fat fucking chicken sandwich with mountain of breading and deep fry. And that's what puts it over the, I would rather eat at Popeyes than Chick-fil-A because of that.
Wait. What?
Ooh.
How thick the chicken sandwiches are.
But I feel like sometimes I've been at Popeyes. It's so thick, but it's more breading than chicken sometimes.
I've never had that experience.
I think Popeyes is fine.
That
I think it's
that sandwich was like nothing has ever lived up to the internet hype more than the Popeye sandwich.
awesome.
I remember I had it, I bit it, and it like bit me back. I was like, holy shit, this thing had so much goddamn chicken in it. And it delivered. I went in skeptical because like these fucking fast food things, they get you with the commercials and all. You go in and you leave underwhelmed. I still can't believe I don't eat anything else at Popeyes.
You
If I'm
said-
going to Popeyes, it's strictly for the sandwich.
You said Panda Express is trying to get in the chicken sandwich game. Like obviously everybody's had chicken, but they like made it like, oh shit, we're gonna start like McDonald's is gonna start losing patrons and like everybody's trying to get in the chicken sandwich game because of that chicken sandwich from what, like 3-4 years ago.
I'm pretty sure that some of those chicken sandwiches found their way to eBay. Like people were eating like days old chicken
Days
sandwich.
old one?
Yeah, because that's how hot of an item it was.
I'm
You
happy you
couldn't
drafted
get
it because I feel like this is one where people would have been like up in arms if it wasn't on the board, because there is a big Popeyes cult. It's whatever to me. Popeyes is solid.
Yeah,
But
it's
not
solid.
bad.
It's
yeah.
like
It was my first choice of the Ogilvy train station food court. It was
Okay.
Popeyes back in the day.
Shout out Randall Road.
That's downtown Chicago.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I just I
What?
just wanted to shout out Randall Road too.
Why?
Why not? It's
They didn't have one.
Taylor Ham. Anything else, boys, on Popeyes? We'll do
No,
honorable
I
mentions.
Popeyes. That's just a solid one. Yeah, I like Popeyes.
I think it's a perfectly adequate Mr. Irrelevant.
I don't know if it gets drafted if the sandwich had never come out. I feel like
I don't know if it would
after the
either.
sandwich, right? I think it
put it over
changes
That's
my
right.
entire outlook on Popeyes.
I got the hype.
Yeah.
All right, let's do honorable mentions, and then we could vote off whoever. I got a couple here. Sonic's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Whataburger I like. I just don't. It's
Never had
a
it.
different location. Sbarro has its place.
All right, so I was going to draft Sbarro, but I thought that they were basically out of business, so I assumed they didn't have 100 locations anymore.
Is that true? That's sad, man.
No.
Sbarro was good back in the day. It's sad if they're out of business.
they might have just died with malls, right?
Yeah.
No, they're malls.
You know who killed the malls, right?
I'll tell you all about that.
There's
Off
600
camera,
plus
Clem.
locations.
Still? Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Cinnabon Auntie Anne's. I don't know how much
I had Auntie Anne's on my list. Love it.
I was between Auntie Anne's and Boston Market because it's like a one trick pony, but that fucking pony can do a trick better than anyone. And you're at the mall, you just smell that butter, and it fucking satisfies every time.
Jack in the Box, the tacos are solid. I don't know if you ever had that. We don't have them here though, so I couldn't take them.
I forget what it was. It was me, Carl, and Sweaty Brian in Arizona in 2019, and it was at like 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure it was Jack in the Box. We were all starving. We're all fat. We're all looking to pump thousands of calories into our bodies. It's the only time I've ever ordered something, taken a bite like that drunk, and been like, I'm not touching the rest of this.
Freddy's steak burgers. I don't know if anyone had that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's all I got.
They've got one of those in Cedar Rapids, and it's actually good.
It is good. Yeah, they're not as prevalent, but they're good.
Yeah.
Trent, you got any?
Yeah, I got two. Hardee's. I don't know if they're still around.
They are.
They are.
Hardee's.
so.
They turn. A lot of them turn into Carl Juniors now.
Yeah.
I think is sort of the move. They used to have a thick burger that was just dynamite, and then the only other one that I have that I've only had I think 3 times, so I need like more experience with it. But Raising Cane's is damn good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Raising
Yeah,
Cane's
it's
is
very
good.
good.
The toast is immaculate.
Yeah, the Texas toast is phenomenal.
Very good.
Yeah,
Clyde?
those are my two.
I went to Austin once, and out of all the food you could have in Austin, I remember the place that was hosting was like, no, you got to try Raising Cane's. And then it was like a couple of Yankees socks were blown off by that. Incredible. Two that I don't even know if they were honorable mentions, but they deserve at least a little shine. I think Nathan's is good. If you want hot dogs, I actually used to like the Nathan's burger. I don't know if it's still good. I like having the fork with the fries, the crinkle cut. And then back in the day, I remember loving Roy Rogers, and it's basically just a like rest stop food now, a rest stop restaurant. But I loved Roy Rogers back in the day, so I had to give them some shine.
Roy Rogers. Chief?
More like chicken. I think Zaxby's is good. Fine Bojangles. And then I like Qdoba. I like
It's
Qdoba.
fucking bad. Qdoba stinks.
Queso's good.
You're thinking of Moe's. Moe's stinks.
I'm not. I'm thinking of Qdoba.
Qdoba's good.
They're all closing too, aren't they?
Qdoba's?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't know that.
I think so.
Yeah, because Chipotle's killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
Chipotle.
pick, 1-1,
Chipotle is the
baby.
king. Yeah.
All right, I wanted to draft this one because I swear by it. I get it like once a week now. I never heard of it in my life until it recently started popping up around here. They don't have them in New York City because I just looked. Nando's Peri Peri. It's got 1,200 global locations, but it's from England. I
Yeah.
believe it started in England, and now it's made its way this way.
I had it the other day.
Fucking awesome chicken. It's awesome. It's like quality, like grilled chicken, so you can eat a mountain of it and you don't feel like a piece of shit. It's like very good chicken, like restaurant quality chicken. I get it all the time, and I guess it's fast food. I would have never
It is
guessed
fast food.
I would have never guessed
Yeah,
that.
it's very good.
I thought it was just like a restaurant that popped up down the street from me. I'm like, oh, I'll try this place. And it's apparently a global fast food chain.
Yep.
I've never actually been in one, though.
All right, then. I'll read these off. We will make a vote, and we will get out of here. So I don't know if you've been on since we've done this, Trent, but you just say who you thought had the worst draft. If you want to type it into your iPhone and show the camera when you're ready, you could do that too. So this is who you thought had the worst draft. It will not be on the poll.
Okay.
Clem, Chipotle, Five Guys, Panda Express, Dunkin', Boston Market, Eddie, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger, Jimmy John's, Wingstop, White Castle, Chief, McDonald's, Shake Shack, Panera Bread, Dairy Queen, Jersey Mike's, Trent, Taco Bell, Arby's, Burger King, KFC, Subway, White Sox, Dave, Culver's, Wendy's, Potbelly, Steak and Shake, Popeyes.
So wait, how do I do this?
You just write down who you thought was the worst. Who had the worst?
I write down the name of who I thought had the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a new wrinkle. I have not been here for this.
Yeah.
You said no 7 times.
And you clearly haven't listened. Thanks for that.
This is
I'm sorry. I didn't know. Yeah, how long you guys
I'm
been
going to
doing it
stop
this
listening to Foreplay now.
I think this year.
way? Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's
Wait, hold on. I gotta think.
I think the rest of us know which way we're going.
Yeah.
You fucking sons of bitches.
That was an easy one for me.
All right.
Board killer.
You guys are sons of bitches. I tell you that.
all right. Who you got? All right, put it up, Clem. The guy
who picked Subway.
Chief,
Oh,
I got Trent.
Trent.
I got Trent.
I got Clem.
Yeah, you have a lot of fucking animosity towards me, Ed. I don't know where this is coming from.
I
Maybe
don't,
because I
right?
said you're like juicing the votes with AI last episode.
I don't.
But
I promise.
it is what it is.
Who do you got, Trent? Even though it's a movie.
can you see it? It says Dave.
You're fucking crazy.
There we can see it.
I don't even remember the picks. I just know that there's animosity between you and I with the Subway thing, and I just decided to pick
You and I, it was
It
the
was the
world in
board.
you.
Yeah.
But I could feel it. You had early on in the draft. You said if you pick Subway, you're like scum of the earth, and I was like, well, now I'm definitely picking Subway.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with scummy food. I basically live off of scummy, scuzzy food. But Subway is just like, that's rodent food. That's vermin.
It's a bridge too far.
It's a bridge too far.
Trent,
So what does it mean?
Restaurant.
So what does it mean now? What does this mean now?
you can't win. You're not in the poll. Well, you could win if the Trent Army replies enough votes.
I would also say, since I think I stuck the truest to the fast food definition.
You
Probably.
Like, if we're talking purist, it's me, baby.
You're right. You're right.
One of your restaurants doesn't even serve meat; it serves fucking fake tuna. I mean, that's
Goddamn right. You goddamn right it does.
like
Clem.
it wasn't just Subway. To be fair, Trent, Taco Bell I haven't had in 20 years, 30 years. Arby's is gross. Burger King, everybody fucking hates
Oh
burgers.
man,
Yeah.
The only thing we agreed
that's a
on.
really bad board. I didn't even realize.
The only
that's
thing we agreed on was the famous bowl.
I'm gonna say this: if you are a fast food purist, I'm the guy. I'm the one in this draft who did the right thing. Everyone else has ones that are a little on the edge. I'm the guy who did fast food.
How many
correctly.
people typically vote in a poll?
It could range. It could be 10,000. It could be 6,000. It could be.
If Trent gets 2 votes per Subway location, then he might have a chance.
Rally the troop. You're not allowed to juice the polls typically, but I'll let you juice the polls if my colleagues are okay with that.
Juice away.
I'm not going to juice the polls. I just think people are going to think fast food, and they're going to be like, man, that guy, he picked a lot of fast food places.
Would you like
That's
to
me.
give up your spot in the poll for Trent to see how he'd do?
No, because I think I can win. I actually do think I can win.
Chief, would you?
No, I think I'm going to win.
Clem, would you?
I'm not letting Subway on the poll, Ed. There's just no way.
I'll tell you what's going on
it's
right
a
now.
principle thing. I can't let it on the poll. I'm sorry. I
know what it is. It's a fear thing. You guys are scared that I would win.
No, I'm not. Subway's that gross, and people will you're gonna. It's to the point where I'm afraid of the backlash you're gonna get on the internet. You might hang yourself or something, and we can say that kind of stuff now
No
because
chance.
we're no longer regulated.
We can say that now. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys are scared that you're like, man, he had a good fast food draft. That guy would win. We can't put him on the poll.
You're saying
it's
we
fine.
don't have integrity. We vote honestly and fairly. Unlike
Maybe do a heads-up poll between you guys.
You know who? Clem.
Who does
Votes,
not?
elections.
Yeah.
Votes and elections. Are we talking about that again?
I thought you were saying me.
Well, I mean, your people, but
Yeah.
you specifically.
All right. Trent,
All right.
it was great to chop it up. I'm glad you were free.
No, this has been a lot of fun. I want to do it more. I would love to do it more if you're willing to have me.
Of course I am.
Are you going to
course.
bring any Subway picks back?
I went with my heart. I don't know what you guys went with. I went with my gut and my heart and how I
I
actually
went
feel.
with my taste buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the places I actually eat at. That's what I went.
I like that, Trent. I like that. That's
What's your order at Subway?
Meatball sandwich. Meatball sub.
How much meat do you think is in those meatballs?
I don't care. Why?
What kind of meat?
Well, again, are we doing restaurants
not
where it's
like-
like, oh, where do these ingredients come from? Oh, they're so delicious. I, again, do not care. I just want to eat what I think tastes good.
Do you think Subway tastes good? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that.
That's
All right.
That's questionable.
All right, boys. Clem, thank you as always.
I feel like we're not going to see Trent ever again because we just roasted him for the last 10 minutes of this podcast.
I'm coming back whenever I can.
What do you got coming up, Trent?
What?
What's Foreplay got coming up?
We got a couple video shoots we got to do. The classic is still going on.
Are
So
you less busy in the winter? Should we just try to time it better for you?
the summer is definitely the busy time of year for us,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
Yeah. Winter would probably be better.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Go listen to My Mom's Basement, too. I'm trying to get back here with
Oh.
Clem.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. We had you on for Barbenheimer.
Yep.
Had 50,000 views on it, and I think like a ton of those was like click burglared saying it was Jennifer Lawrence's topless scene. But hey, doesn't matter. 50K is 50K, so we'll take it.
50K, 50K.
That's just smart. That's good business.
I want to part
Yep.
on this. I am going to text Clem, Joey Langone, and these two. Put us all in a group chat. Trent, you are invited. I'm just going to say
Am
a
I
date.
still invited?
Yes, you are. Because we got to fix your taste buds. I'm going to set a date in like fucking November or December or something. And we just pick a date, book flights, get to New York City one last time, and do a hibachi night. Can I, is that something we can do?
We could try.
It'd be an honor and a pleasure.
Months down the road so we can, work around it.
All right, boys,
Amen.
that's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I think we're going to do another fast food-related topic, me and Chief. So tune into that and tune in the mid-show. All right, everybody. We'll see you.